Oh yeah. Hold up. I gotta get my volume going. Oh, sure that ain't it. Wrong thing. Let's get it. There we go. We live with it. What's the deal? What's the deal, y'all? Got a nice little decent topic today. Got a couple days till my main page get good. Couple days, you know. Let me get these invites out. Oh shoot. I'm saying one to myself. Who else I can send this to? Couple more people. I got 3 more to send out. 3 more. We got 3 more. Who else? I guess this is gonna be them for now. It's gonna be them for now. So let me bring my main in here and hit them lights. Get myself to 1,000 before I get to talking real quick. Yeah, no. So the reels is what?
No, I said I got a car to stuff. He's still like, well, he made it.
What we got? Oh shoot. Okay, so we good. We good. See something real quick. I didn't put that background up. That's crazy. I know what I did then by mistake. We back. Got the wrong one up. Alright. There we go. That was the topic. What's the deal, Aaron? What's the deal, man? Still trying to send some of these invites out, man. Alright. Okay, let me make sure I hear that. Yes, sir. This my backup. Yes, you see it. You see it, buddy. What's the deal, Slick? Slick is in the building. I mean, Silk. I keep saying Slick. Slick is Silk. Yeah, man. Today's topic, man. What did I do? Hold up. Hold up. Get myself to 1,000 real quick. I gotta do that real quick, you know? Mm-hmm. Alright, I got myself. Oh, so you know the Sappy was in here. I'm just about to say I had to get myself to 1,000 before I start the thing. What's the deal, Sappy? Welcome, you know? Alright, today we talking about people come and goes in life. It's one thing we gonna notice, man. It's something I wanna speak heavy on, man, cause you know that's one thing that got me smooth, you know, got me smooth selling thinking, man. That's why I try not have too much deep connection with just human in general, you know. It can be my mama, it can be father, you know, but I mean, we got our connections and stuff. We love them, you know what I'm saying, all that, but yes, people come and go in our life. Living a dream, that's good. Living a dream, that's something I like to hear, you know. But you know, thing is, I gotta set in my mind that I know people come and go in your life. You know, when we think things is, you know, something might happen and that happens in our life that, you know, we might not like, or one of our friends, we might lose one of our friends that used to be our friend, and something happened and they not our friend anymore, and you know what I'm saying, we get mad and you backstabber and you know what I'm saying, all that little stuff, or you know, we got, you know, in our past relationships that comes and go. We got even family members, they come and go. They might even pass away or something like that. You know, that I mean everybody they people come and go in our life. And the thing is, what I notice is like, you know, no matter what, anybody that had a contact with your life, even if it's like a stranger on the street or something like that, you know, even them meeting them for a quick second, that's a come and go type situation. So even if, you know, even if you meet them for a couple seconds, it's like it's just no different. You know, they had their part. Even if you didn't even get to say a word to them, you had your contact with them. You know, you seen them for a minute, and you had that little quick memory of them. So it was something that would just, you know, it happened. Every last connection, non-connection, or just being around somebody, should even walking past people in the grocery store. You know, it's a come and go section. That's something that played a role in your life or whatever. Even if you don't think it did, it goes deep into it even goes back to your subconscious type stuff. Like sometimes that's how you know it's a come and go. Because some of the times you can just walking past a stranger or something like that. You can, if you think hard enough, you can still remember that stranger, how they look and all that stuff. So you know, all that stuff, it comes and goes. So I'm gonna get on the like talking about uh you know, like say shoot, sometimes like when you notice when you grow and all that stuff, you have say you have a bunch of friends and all that stuff. Then the older you get and stuff, next minute it drop down sometimes, you know. Sometimes you don't have like 15 friends or something like that from high school. You grow older and all that stuff. Stuff might happen. Sometimes stuff might not happen and just stop talking to each other or something like that. You know, they eventually they break away. They break away for some odd reason. It could be a bad reason in your book, a bad experience, or it could be, like I said, loss of contact or something like that. They done had, you know, their life or whatever. So even them little times, that still count, you know. It still count if it was a bad experience, good experience, or whatever, it's something for you to learn from, no matter what. And that time while they was in your life, it was meant for them to, it was that period. That was their period in time. You know what I'm saying? So if it was no different from if it's a girlfriend, boyfriend, or something like that, that was just that time. You know what I'm saying? That was your time, your experience with them. All that stuff is a temporary. All life itself is a temporary experience. We ain't gonna be on Earth forever. So they, your friends, they went from 15, next minute you got 3. So as you grow, as you change, even if you change for the worse or the good, they gonna be in your life. Y'all gonna learn from each other. Y'all gonna get what y'all gonna get, and you know what I'm saying. Y'all might break apart. You still got gonna have your friends. Say you got down to 3. You got friends you've been with for years, years and years. You know what I'm saying. Some might not even happen. So down the line, you know what I'm saying. Eventually, y'all gonna probably even grow old. Might have to separate, live life for a little bit. You know what I'm saying. Still, if you want to live life, you gotta. That's part of growing. He might end up getting say if I got a friend that's a male, he get a woman or something like that, he get him a wife or something like that. So he ain't gonna be able to be in contact with me as much as he usually do because he got his own life to live and all that stuff. So that might cause some type of little bit of separation between that point or whatever. But it is what it is. It's less understandable because you know what I'm saying. We, you know, I see him when I see him, or you know what I'm saying. He see me when he see me, or whatever. If it's like a friend or something that break apart, sometimes shoot, they might even have to move out of town or something like that. But like I said, whatever is meant is gonna stay there. So you always gotta look at it. Any last experience, if it was good or bad with a friend or something like that, or just some type of relation towards somebody, or just a connection with somebody, even if it was a connection you don't think it was, you know, that was just that time. It was something from you to learn from, or remember from, or have some type of memory from, or you know. So y'all can grow apart, even if y'all don't grow apart through the relationship. Even, I mean, it's a time that y'all gonna have to, y'all gonna pass, you know what I'm saying? Either you gonna pass, he gonna pass, you know what I'm saying? They still, like, that's part of coming and going. People is meant in your life to come and go. Even if it's like they be having this fairy tale, they be swearing that, oh, that's why I be laughing at people be talking about, I'm gonna unalive alone or something like that. Like, I mean, that's a good chance. That's gonna probably for sure happen. I mean, no matter how you look at it, you're gonna be alone in that grave. Ain't no way that you're gonna. I mean, it's possible. That's a fairy tale though. Trying to truly depend on that you think you're gonna be in the grave at the same time as your significant other. That's some crazy stuff or whatever. Y'all holding hands and that's like super fairy tale type stuff. But whatever. That people gonna come and go, and that's like I said. You supposed to every last contact or every last connection or being around a person, like even stepping out this house, all this stuff, it's happening for a reason. It's something for you to learn from, to get something out of it. Shoot, you know, it's something out of it at the end of the day. So um it's something, like I said, people come and go as what I mean by that, and more what I mean by that is like we can't get mad because something didn't work the way we wanted to work, because it's like everything is not meant to work the way we wanted to work. It never works like that. It's like, of course we want a perfect world. We want all this stuff, but it's not going it can't work on our goal. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes even like say if we got friends and stuff, we gonna have our ups and downs and stuff. We have our ups and downs. It might be rough around there. You might have to take a break with each other and stuff because y'all done made each other so mad that y'all dang near want to fight type situation and all that stuff. But that's don't happen. You know what I'm saying? Even if y'all get into a fight or something like that, you and your friend or something like that, if y'all split up, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It was never meant for y'all to get back. You know what I'm saying? But if it's meant for y'all to get back, y'all will have some type of connection with each other. But the thing is, what I want to tell people is just like, don't let that, even though it's easier said than done, but you know what I'm saying? Don't let that situation just tear your whole life down and you still just down like, man, I can't take friends and stuff, man. They hurt you in your back or something like that. I want to say the other word on TikTok, but they put the knife in your, can I say that? No, whatever. But, they, we can't just be living the rest of our life like that. That's why I'm trying to, put in people's minds that people gonna come and go. Like, say even if you got, and I realize even in this process of me being on TikTok and stuff, Like, I'm gonna have friends that connect with me. I'm gonna have people that we gonna meet up with each other. We gonna like each other and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know this. You know what I'm saying? It's through my journey. It's gonna be people that like might like me for some type of reason. You know, I like them from some type of reason. That's why we connect and why we're friends and all that stuff or whatever. You know, we meet up with people. But the thing is, down the line, it's gonna be more as we talk and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's something that I might say in the future that they don't like, or it might be something that I do or something they do to me or something like that can cause us to break apart or something like that. So, like I said, if it was meant for us to stay, I mean, we gonna still stay. We gonna fight through it. We gonna be tough friends, whatever, you know, whatever TikTok friend, whatever. We gonna be like that. But it's gonna be to a certain point because I know everything I'm gonna say out my mouth is not gonna always be appeasing to my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like the same thing they ain't gonna be able to do with me. I'm aware of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't expect people to be the same way as I am. I can't expect that at the end of the day. I can't uh because I can shoot, maybe I'll be weak one day and I'll be like, man, I can't handle you with some type of stuff like that. I might be like, you know, what the heck? Why would you say that? I can't believe you hurt my heart or something like that. Might couple words, we might say something back and forth, like you little snake or something, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, maybe. I don't know. Something. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I pray nothing don't go down like that, but you know, life is life. So if it happened, it happened, you know. I hope nothing don't happen like that. You know, I of course I want an easy selling life, but I know at the end of the day, life gonna happen as long as I'm living life. So it is what it is, and that's you know that's the way we gotta think sometimes. That's what it's gonna be. You know, like I said, in my journey, you know, maybe some of my friends might not like what I say. You know what I'm saying? Might not connect because, like I say, we all connect to some for some different reason, but we haven't hung around each other long enough to know what we might not connect with. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way there's a perfect friends that we just always gonna have the same type of mindset and all that stuff. We might like different type of stuff, but thank you for the flowers. Yeah, I take them flowers and little dandelions. You know, what's up, baby Toddy? What's the deal? What's the deal? But you know, like I said, I am fully aware. That's why I tell people, even when I might always say that every now and then when I say it out when I get into anger mode. Sometimes I'll be like, man, you know, it is what it is. It's gonna be a time in our life that you know, if you gotta split from me, you gotta split from me because if you can't handle what I say, because I know I know what my intentions is on here. I know what my journey is. I might be wrong sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm aware of that. You know, I might be right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter, but the thing is, it's like if we gonna stick, we gonna stick at the end of the day. You know, I can't. On my part, I'm not looking to even split. I'm not looking at. You know what I'm saying? I don't think. I think I work heavy on myself enough to not let people kind of get with me. I even like. I'm still like I done being friends with some people that I thought I wasn't gonna be friends with. I done said so much about them. Like man, I feel like they dangerous and stuff. But I still you know, I'm trying to keep a good heart. You know, I try to think in a way that, you know, how God would be forgiving against everybody and all that stuff. And I'd be like, you know what? As long as you ain't talking that trash in my life, I'll let you do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you as long as you don't do that here, just do that somewhere else, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But in my life, I'm trying to get you together if I can, you know what I'm saying? If we can get help each other or whatever, because I can't have you with that same trash and people type stuff and other lies and do that in my stuff. That's the only thing I got full control of. That's why I stay friends with everybody because like I said, I got I might not be able to control some of my friends and other lies or whatever, but I can control them in my stuff. Like I can't allow that in my stuff like that because I'm not trying to bring that type of stuff in my stuff because I'm trying to unite people. I'm trying to make solutions and stuff. I'm trying to bring solutions and all that stuff or whatever. So like I said, I try to get people to stick in their mind that people is going to come and go, you know, in your life, no matter how we look at it. Like we could talk about relationships. Now we can go on that, you know. That's another situation. Like we might see right now, we might have a girl right now. Say if we, you know, you got you a man or something like that. Y'all could be married. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there for many, many years. I know you. It's a like I said, it's a fairy tale world. We could say that I'm gonna be with you for the rest of my life. I love you. You know this. You are my heart and all that stuff. Yeah, I've been through that stuff too, and I'm gonna probably go back through it again. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We can't help what our heart feel like. You know what I'm saying? We gonna say all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? Maybe down the line, all of a sudden we get cheated on or something like that. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to wish nothing on nobody, but I'm just saying the way life goes because everybody thinks different. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that everybody thinks different and everybody got, you know, we don't know what's going on through everybody's mind. When I'm with somebody, I know somebody got a different mindset from me when I get with them or something like that. So, that's what we got to be aware of, that our significant other is not us. They don't think the same way we think. We might even try to understand each other, but even when we understand each other, we'll never fully understand each other, because it's like as time go, as life hit different angles, different stuff hit us different ways. We're two different people. So if I can't expect, because I take something a certain way, that my significant other going to take a certain way, that's just unreal. That's like fake. That's fake for real. Like I said, that's fairy tale stuff. We can't expect that. I'm like, dang, I thought I knew her or something like that. Like, nah, I knew a lot about her, but I didn't know, when this happened, I didn't know she was going to act like that or something like that. Or, dang, this happened like that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, we'll never fully know our partner as much as we'll never fully know. We will know a lot about them because we can put many years in them, but we don't know how people is going to handle different situations, because we don't even really know ourselves how much we can say how much we gonna do ourselves. We don't know. We can say all this tough stuff like, man, I'm good. I done worked on myself and all that stuff. I mean, I be saying that stuff too, but I know that I can have some. And I'm over here like, yeah, I can control myself. Next minute, something happened in my life, I'm going berserk, probably blasting, going crazy and all that stuff. Just red eyes, punching walls and stuff. And I swear I'm over here talking about emotional control, but guess what happened? You know what I'm saying? But I am fully aware of life. That's what I'm saying. Like, even when that happened, maybe I'll be mad for the whole week, but now that work is never done. You got that right. Work is never done. You working, and the thing is, you're working every day. You're working every single day. That's why I be saying that, try to be better than your yesterday, because it's something that you got to work on every last single day. It's always something. It's always something. That's why I be telling people, like, people be like, oh, I'm good and all that stuff. I'm good. No, we're never good. We good, but you know what I'm saying? We can always be better. We be thinking that, like, no, every day is a challenge as we wake up. Every day is a challenge. Everything gonna be a test against what we think we worked on and stuff. Is always gonna be a test. You know what I'm saying? It's all in a matter of just trying to keep up with it. We got to keep up with it daily. We got to, keep on keeping up with it. You know what I'm saying? That's never gonna end. So, um, like I said, like, we'll never know. We'll never know. And we just, like I said, I don't know if people believe in God or not. We got to put it in his hands, her hands, whatever y'all want to call it. We got to put it in the hands of our maker. If people even believe we got a maker, some people just believe we just popped our own selves ears and all that stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Let them believe what they believe. But we put it in their hands. That's what make me feel better at life. Because if something failed in my life, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he got me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he got me, and it's something better in my life. You know what I'm saying? I might go through a lot of stuff, and it might not bounce back when I wanted to. It might not bounce back when I wanted to or whatever, but I know it's going to happen because I have faith. I do have faith. You know what I'm saying? And I know, if it's my time, maybe it's my time to go type situation. So who knows? You know what I'm saying? So whatever, I know, as long as I'm living, whatever them had me living now is going to try to keep me living when you know what I'm saying? That's what try to keep me from trying to complain so much, cry and all this stuff. I be like, you know what I'm saying? I got faith in what I believe in, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we can wish even in a relationship that, yes, you're my knight in shining armor. That's what women say. And, baby, you're my Pooh Bear and all this stuff, whatever. You're never going to do this. Never this. You know what I'm saying? All that. I'm never going to break your heart. And I can't live without you type situation. Yes. Like I said, I understand all that. Yes, we're going to have people that's going to make us feel like, you're going to have our significant other that make us feel like this. But like I said, when life hits, just be ready. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm not wishing nothing. All I'm saying, even this time, I ain't gonna say it's a cheat, but I'm just saying, okay, maybe one of y'all passed away. Just be ready. You know what I'm saying? It's that was their time. That was their time that they had to serve with you, to put what they had to put in you. You know what I'm saying? Even this, when say you and your significant other, it's not about y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's still for the outside to learn from y'all or how y'all went, even though they're not gonna know everything about y'all, but know enough about how y'all handled your relationship. Especially if you have kids, it's meant for you to pass down. It's no different from people that was in our past that's written in the books right now. They had their time. That's why we learning from them. We gonna be in the book later. We gonna be in some books later. You know what I'm saying? Even if we, you know what I'm saying? Even if we don't even, what our name wasn't even in the book, we still gonna be in statistics or something like that. People don't want to believe in statistics. Like one of the people, all these people that the statistics came from is about a bunch of people that was in the past that had went through different experiences and stuff. So they still part of it. You know what I'm saying? So they're still in the book. If you don't even want to put the name in there, you're still in a book. You know what I'm saying? You're one of the numbers, which they jotting down or something like that. Not even that. You're going to be in somebody's memory. You're going to be in something. You're going to be in something at the end of the day for it. Because like I said, that's what I found. And that's what I came to the conclusion that our life is not just about us. It's not that. As bad as we want to live our life, I believe it's only what our creator know. You know, only our creator know our true purpose at the end of the day. So our life is not only about us. That's what make me like, I got to do something with my life to help others, because I know that I'm not going to be here too long. None of us going to be here too long. The most we probably going to be is what? 100 years or something like that, maybe 200. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wish they could probably be 1,000 years old, but that ain't happening. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it is. Somebody prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? You could be a little wrinkle looking. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I said, my thing is just that we got to. That's why I got why this one story like don't have no build your life for not having attachments to everybody, which is unhumanly kind of possible and stuff, just because the way we are. Of course, we're attached. We are caring type people. All of our caring humans, we got attached to something. It's just like, of course, we're gonna be attached to our mother and all that stuff. We gonna be yeah, yeah. All right, you can put it. We can bring it. You can bring it. Um, let me put it right there. Thank you. Hey, what was I saying? Uh, hey, what was I saying? But like I said, basically, the thing is, like I said, it's all this stuff is temporary. Everything in our life, even if we done been 50 years with our significant other, that is there to come and go. Like no different from life. Life is here to come and go. What we can get best out of whatever we can get best out of it. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We try to make the best out of whatever we living right now. That's not our. I don't think that's our purpose for why we're here or our existence and all that stuff. I don't know. That's our true purpose. That's our passion, though. That's our passion because we want to make the best out of it. You know, just our life or living life because we're here. You know, we only got this one life and stuff. But I just need people to realize that I don't think our life is only meant for us. It's meant for our future. It's meant for our children, our children's children, and all that stuff. They gonna one day say that we gonna call us. They gonna call us ancient one day. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be the. You remember back when Paul Kev, you know what I'm saying? He used to be talking on TikTok. Now they on some type of cyborg stuff, probably touching walls and it's people coming out the walls now type stuff. Who knows in the future? You know what I'm saying? But they like, man, hey, old Paul was on talking on TikTok and all that stuff to the people. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. They gonna be, you know what I'm saying? But that's what made me realize. And that's why I said people gotta realize that our life is not just about us. We be saying that people's is blessings or lessons and stuff, but we don't think about that person that we done split up from, because maybe we are a lesson to them. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, we the lesson to them. You know what I'm saying? And they feel like they the blessing. So the thing is, that's why I said we all got to be blessings and lessons. You know what I'm saying? Because we can feel the same way about our people that's not us. That's why I said people be so selfish and not thinking about that. People not thinking about it like they was the lesson to me or something like that, but they also a blessing too. Little do you know. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we're two different people. We're two different people with two different minds. Like I said, we all is here to learn from each other. Even if it was a bad encounter with each other and all that stuff, we are here. Is that bad? Oh my, this thing's tripping. So somebody want to say something. Um, I don't know what I got done left off saying. Like I said, the thing is that, like I was saying, we are here to not our traumas, our all that stuff that happens in our life, our bad times, whatever. It's not here for us to just saturate and stuff. It's here for us to learn from, adapt, and what's the other thing? The third one, Basically, just to go through, walk through, get through, whatever. It is not for us to sit there. But I can say this is that yes, people going to do it. It's easier said, even if people not aware of what I'm saying. But I feel like when the time comes for them to actually be aware of what I'm saying, or actually notice it, that's when the time comes. Because it's never a mistake. It's never too late. It's never none of that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody got to hear me today, or hear me when I post this or whatever. Maybe they're gonna have to hear that, and that's when they be fully aware of it. But I don't think it's a time for somebody to learn something. Like, I don't think, like, all the stuff I'm saying or stuff that these people saying to me, maybe we don't understand each other right now. But the thing is, it eventually gonna happen. When the time is there, it's gonna be there. It might not work when we want it to work, or when I want somebody to understand me. It might not be at that time or something like that. Shoot, maybe we might have to get in a full blown debate and get dang near mad at each other. We gonna break each other off. But at the end of the day, that seed is planted. That's the thing. The seed is planted. We gonna remember it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it just fully erase out of any of our mind. We're going to try to remember it. We're going to try to understand it and they be like, wow, you know what I'm saying? 15 years later, even if it got to be that long, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness, that person was right when he was, you know what I'm saying? One of us going to be say that about each other, but you know what I'm saying? When the time comes, it's going to come for us to actually understand what all of us is talking about, what the world is talking about. We're going to we're going to understand it when that time is here. It's never too late for nothing. Like I said, I can sit there and keep being sad about my past and what didn't go right and all this stuff, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? I don't found it in my mind, and I just, not even just my mind. It just made me come to realize that stuff had to happen. Everything in our life had to happen for us to be here where we at today. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine if stuff didn't happen, I probably wouldn't be talking to none of y'all right now. Y'all wouldn't be seeing me right now. All this stuff we wouldn't be hearing. None of this stuff. Like, it's no such thing. That's why I try to put through people's mind. There's no such thing as mistakes. It is no such thing. As much as we want to, like I said, want to cry, whine about, it is no such thing. It's some feeling ever. Because they can be like, man, y'all just don't know what I went through and all that stuff. I've been doing this. I've been saying this for many, many years and stuff until I really figured it out. You know what I'm saying? Till I seen I could pull through this stuff. And then, you know what I'm saying, that's their testimony to the next person. They get to talk to the next person and be like, you know what, it did take me about 20, 50 years and I finally walked through it and stuff. So I'm hoping that when I tell y'all what I went through and experienced and stuff, hopefully it'll take y'all less. You know what I'm saying? That's all they can hope for at the end of the day. But like I said, it's no certain time for people to, like I said, to understand or be aware of a certain situation. When it happens, it's going to click. It's going to click. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no such thing as a mistake. Them the two main things. But back to the people come and go in life. Like I said, it's like, besides, okay, I talk about relationships. I talk about friends. I said I was even mentioned about people. We gonna say friends on TikTok and all that stuff. Like I said, people, we are all around each other. I'm gonna re-mention that again. We are all around each other for some reason. It's something. The thing is, we so used to what we like about that person, we probably haven't ran into a discussion or something that we don't like. And then a true friend, the two people that's gonna stick around is when they actually stick around with what they do and don't like about you. You know what I'm saying? And then they gonna try to adapt with each other. They gonna figure some way to understand each other and all that stuff. And they might even try to change each other for the better. You know what I'm saying? So them are the ones that's gonna stick around. But it's just gonna be, usually the strong stick. You know what I'm saying? The weak gonna fall off. Not trying to call each other weak, but some people are more stronger than others. I guess that's another slick way of calling another person weak. I don't know. But that's the way of life. Like I said, that's like part of growth. You know what I'm saying? That's all growth and all that stuff. No different from, like, if I end up all of a sudden I become a business owner, I become a celebrity or something like that. Shoot, I might not be able to kick it with my friends and family like that. Shoot, we might break apart. I might have to move somewhere else to have a better life, to maybe preach more to other people and all that stuff. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I might not see my fam so much. Maybe I got to see them even less now. But you know what I'm saying? This is everything. It's just meant to happen like that. People gonna come and go or whatever. It's, and nobody's meant, even your kids. Let's get to the kids now. Like, y'all, everybody baby they kids and all that stuff. Like, I'm gonna be, I'm your mama forever and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why they be having that one thing like, do they have the plate and stuff? Who you gonna serve? Who you gonna serve first? Your husband, your kids, or that? You know, a lot of people be like, my kids first and all this stuff. But the thing is, people don't never think about that. And I'm just saying that little scenario. People don't think about that. Your kids gonna have a life. Eventually, they ain't gonna serve. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna be continuing your life while you worried about your kids, and your husband then got treated like trash or something like that because you done put your kids over your husband and stuff. So why not pick the person that you choose to live the rest of your life that you could possibly can be? You know what I'm saying? Why not treat him? You know, why would you treat him below? Because I understand it's taking a risk. You don't know if the husband gonna be around a lot. You know what I'm saying? I understand, you know, all that stuff. But the thing is like, my thing is, what you gonna do? Don't try to come here and give me your all now, or give your husband your all now after your kids done stop messing with you and stuff because they done had their husband and their wives and all that stuff. Don't try to tell her not like, oh, I do love you. I just had to, no, don't come now. And I'm talking junk though. But I'm just saying, it's just, they gonna have their life. They're gonna branch away from you. That's my point. They're gonna branch. People, like I mean about people going to come and go. Kids, friends, family, even your mother, all them. She might eventually you might pass for your mother, whoever. I'm saying this all that stuff is not going. It's not, as much as we wanted to work in our life and we want people to stay in our life. We want to make these connections, and they're going, you know what I'm saying? As much as that is, we just got to come to realize that they're not going to be here all the time, man. Like, people is not going to be here all the time. We gotta understand that. And we got to make what's best out of every connection we have in our life. Even if it's our boss, we got to say hi, good morning to them. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Try to make the best out of it. You know what I'm saying? Have your connection. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up? Hey, you know, whatever. Your friend, co-workers, all that stuff. Even if it was like a person in a grocery store. Hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? All that. They gonna remember that. You gonna remember that. That good energy. It's hard to not try to. Even though it's easier to even remember bad stuff that happened to you, but you know what I'm saying? You can remember good stuff too. All that stuff, every connection in our world is something for us to either learn from or better from. And that's my main thing. We gonna either learn from or better from every last connection or relationship we have with everybody in this world. It's not like we sitting in a box. I don't think nobody just sits in a box, but even if that, you know what I'm saying? If they was just sitting in a box or whatever, that connection must be, it must be somebody still know them. You know what I'm saying? They like, that's that one guy that always sit in the box and was a monk all day. You know what I'm saying? All he did is pray. They still learning from you while you were in a box. That's what my whole point. Like, you still doing an impact when you don't think you're doing an impact. You know what I'm saying? You can sit there not doing nothing, but you still making an impact to somebody else. You still a talk to somebody else. Even like they say lames in school or something like that. Shoot, they got a name lame. Their name is lame. You know what I'm saying? But you still talking about them. You still you still was in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's still something for them to talk about. Even like I said, you was the popular person. Of course you're somebody to talk about. You could be the middle person. Like, you are still known to somebody else. And that's why I was saying about telling this guy, they be saying, oh, our lives don't matter. Every last life do matter. Don't matter how we try to look at it. Everything, every person, every plant and all that stuff matters. All that matters. You know what I'm saying? So even if it don't matter in a good way to us. It don't have to be it had to matter in a good way. It can be bad or good, or you know what I'm saying? We don't even know them or something. They still matter to somebody. Even if it don't matter to us, they matter to somebody. That's why I say all lives matter, because they matter to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Even if, a mother had a birth and a person that do super bad stuff and all that stuff, he still matter. You know what I'm saying? He still matter to the mother. The mother still love him. Still love him, but she gotta love him from a distance though. But she still love him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wish their kid grows up to be the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Or the best version of them, or whatever they want to call it. But still matters. Even if you don't dislike them, disliking somebody, they still matter to you. They matter enough for you to dislike them. That's what I'm saying. No matter how we look at it, all lives still matter. No matter how you look at it. All lives still matter. All people in our life, all interactions in our life matter. All relationships matter in our life. Failed relationships, all kids, our mother, our boss, our jobs, all that stuff still matters. No matter. You know what I'm saying? It all matters when it no matter. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, that's why I just want people to stick in their mind that people gonna come and go in our life, man. We can't just sit there saturate. We got our times, of course. We can feel sad. You know what I'm saying? Some people, even if we got a moments we gotta grieve or something like that, or express ourselves about certain stuff that happened in our past, or whatever our situations and stuff. It's meant to do that temporary, not to do all our life. You know what I'm saying? Meant to do temporary, grow from, and keep going forward with it. Not like I said, everything happening in our life is not for us just to sit still in. It's to move forward. Move forward from anything. That's what I'm saying. Like all that stuff. The bad stuff. And like I always keep using that same analogy, is like, even if you had two legs and you lose it in the construction stuff or whatever, you still gotta move forward. You gotta still move forward with that one leg. You got to do it slower, but you can't sit back there and like, man, I used to have two legs. I can't believe it. All your life, you letting years and years come past. Man, I used to have two legs. That junk is crazy, bro. You know what I would have did with two legs? You know what I'm saying? What's the deal, Rod? Welcome to the live, man. What's the deal, man? I'm like, that's crazy. Like, I'm not about to sit there all my life. And I just recommend, I know it's not easy. I know that stuff is not easy. I'm talking like it's easy. I know. I just want to let y'all know, like, anybody that's ready to move forward, you know what I'm saying? That's trying to do something with their life, like that. Even if you got one leg, still move forward. You still move forward. You know what I'm saying? You got to move forward. You can't sit there all the rest of your life for 20 years, 10, you know what I'm saying? 10, 20 years, 50 years crying about one leg, man. Crying about one leg and not trying to move forward with it. You know what I'm saying? That's a waste of life. And I don't even like saying that word waste, because I don't believe there's no such thing as wastes either. You know what I'm saying? We can say wasted energy and all that stuff. All this stuff, we can call it a waste, but it's whatever it was, it was a purpose or some type of purpose in our life, even though we don't know the purpose. Because like I said, we can say that about people that passed away in our life, that did their time and all that stuff. Or that, I did their time, that did they message or whatever. We can say that was a waste. You know what I'm saying? What can we call a waste? Like I say, we can even say, what we gonna call a baby that passed away? You know what I'm saying? A waste. That's not a waste. It was, that stuff was meant, everything was meant to happen. You know what I'm saying? We can't call none of that stuff a waste. Because whenever our time is, it's gonna be our time. It's gonna be our time. We gotta live with it. Like I said, just because the stuff don't work in the way we want it to work in our life, that don't mean it was a waste. It don't mean that our ex was a waste or something like that. I can't believe I wasted my time with them or something like that. No, it's not a waste. It's something for you to learn from. It's something for you to learn from. No matter how quick somebody's life was in your life, no matter how long you done live life with this person, none of that stuff was a waste. None of it. You know what I'm saying? When stuff hit in your life, it was meant to hit in your life. You know what I'm saying? It's meant for the next. And like I said, once people set their mind up to realize that my life, I wish people could say that with me. My life is not just only for my life. It's meant for the future. It's meant for everybody that's after us. Because we could, like I said, people that's in our books, in our history books, probably said the same thing. Like, I'm living my life for me and all that stuff. Not knowing that we learning from them. You know what I'm saying? We are learning from the people that's in our history books. So it's obvious, that's what I mean. It's obvious that their life wasn't just meant for them, because we're still learning from them. You know what I'm saying? We all is here to learn from each other. We all really the same people. I had mentioned this in one of my contents I put out. It's that we all the same people, but we just different forms of how to live life. That's all it is. We are literally the same. All of us. You know what I'm saying? We might be in a different skin color. We might be in a different religion or something like that, but we literally will be the same person, but we just brought up different. Or maybe our brains, you know what I'm saying, got developed a different way, got different thought processes and all that stuff, but we literally are the same person, just put in different just put in different environments and stuff. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? It's literally that. We be getting mad at people like, oh man, I can't believe you like that. But what if you got brought up in that type of environment or something like that? You would be the exact same way. So we can't. That's why I tell people to try to be more forgivable, We got to be more forgivable. Stop being mad at every last single person and stuff because you was literally that same person probably 10 years ago, whatever. Dang, whatever. But yeah, we was literally that same person. That's why I said, I understand being angry temporary, but you know what I'm saying? Just forgive them. Just forgive them, man. We want forgiveness. We want forgiveness. We want the exact same thing, but we be hypocrites to forgiveness, though. We were like, nah, forget that. You don't deserve that. You did that to that kid or something like, ooh, I don't want to talk about that, but you did that to that. I mean, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't even, that was a harsh one, though. I don't want to say that. That is hard to forgive. I don't know about that, but I don't want to talk about that either. But you did that to, you did that to my wife or something like that. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, your wife done cheated on you with another guy or something like that, or they done did this or whatever to. But I mean, it's eventually down the line we gotta forgive that guy and our wife for cheating on us. You know what I'm saying? If it was your husband, whatever, they cheated, whatever, that was meant to happen for you to break away because it's obvious you didn't see the signs at that time or whatever. You didn't see the environment you was in or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So things gonna come and go in your life. That's my point. You know what I'm saying? Things gonna come and go. Things don't go our way all the time either. You know what I'm saying? Just because things don't go our way doesn't mean that wasn't meant to happen. That's all I'm saying. Because we literally, if that wasn't meant to happen, then when that happened, life should have just shut down right there. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be alive today. You know what I'm saying? Life should have shut down right when we thought life was supposed to go the way we were supposed to go. It's like, oh, all right, good night, chapter done. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was supposed to be after that. So people just gotta realize that, man. People gotta realize that, man. Every last single thing in our life, no matter how bad it is, it's meant for us to grow from, either adapt or work with. It's one of them. Work with and adapt. That's about the same thing. But I try to think of the third one. I can't think of the third one. I usually say. But it's not meant for us to just sit there and use that for the rest of our life. Like I said, I can understand maybe with certain situations we might need a whole year to grieve, maybe 2 years. But it shouldn't be the rest of our life. You know what I'm saying? It's as quick as we gotta find a way, and I'm not trying to make it seem like it's harsh or something, but we gotta find a way to try to grieve a little shorter so we can live life a little longer or something like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to. Because stress is that's not healthy for us. We don't want to stress. That shortens our life. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. We don't want to stress the rest of our life, man. We want to, even though stress is part of life. But if it's stopping us from moving forward, we gotta stop that. We gotta figure something else out and find some way to get around what happened. You know what I'm saying? To have a different thought process on it, or a different way of thinking about what happened to us in our past and all that stuff. Like I said, it was meant for us to learn from, to basically avoid getting in that, put in that same situation again. Because some people, they have situations, especially in the relationship, they get in a situation like, oh man, what the heck, I can't believe this happened, and thinking because they changed their selection but never changed nothing internally, or they never changed their, like, what they really looking for. They just changed the way that person look, and it's really the same exact person they done dated again, just in a different body form. Like, dude, you hurting yourself. You messing yourself up. You sitting there messing yourself up. Like, man, every girl is like this, or every dude is like that. No, it ain't. It's every your selection is like that. That's every last person you pick is like that. That's something. When you keep picking that same exact type of person, that's you. That's you at the end of the day. It's something about you that's attracting that same type of person. And you just not realizing it. You think it is because you changed the type of skin tone or whatever that you done chose, or that type of, you could even switch over to I done switched to religion. This same guy the same way or whatever. No, you keep picking that same type of person because you're that same type of person. That's what it is. Because once you start changing the way you are, like literally your selections and your turn-offs and all that, turn-ons will be way different because you done changed something about yourself, and your selection gonna be better. You know what I'm saying? Even if you thought you changed yourself enough and your next selection was bad, that means you got to work more on yourself. It's time for you to work more on yourself so you can make even better selection. If that's just your goal in life, that you want to just got to be with somebody that bad, I would recommend working on yourself even harder. Pause. I don't know. But I just recommend, you know what I'm saying, that it's something within yourself And within, why you keep picking these wrong selections, it's something within yourself that you gotta pick better. That's all I'm saying. So, like I said, people comes and go in your life, man. No matter how you look at it, they gonna come and go. People is attached to you for some reason. Every last person is attached to you for some reason, and people will detach to you for some reason. So we gotta be aware of that. We gotta be aware of that at the end of the day. We gotta realize that stuff. So we ain't none of us special. As much as we want to call each other's kings, queens, and gods and all that stuff, we are all humans. We are all humans at the end of the day. We all have the same things happen to us, or different forms, whatever. All of us get hurt. All of us got emotions. All of us got the same exact stuff. We might have different ways of thinking, but we all got the same exact thing. We just use it in different ways. But we just gotta, like I said, we gotta realize people come and go. People come and go. Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, cousins, friends, people outside. Like I said, people you meet at the store, people at your job. Even your job comes and go. And you know, all that. You have a business that's gonna come and go. You know what I'm saying? Even if you wanted it long lasting, eventually it might go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hopefully, cross your fingers, you get you a McDonald's franchise that'll be lasting forever. But who knows? Stuff come and go. And at the end of the day, what else? What at the end of the day, what comes and go? Life. Life come and go. That's even temporary. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just the way of life. That's just the way of life, man. Everything in your life literally comes and go. That's why I be trying to tell my own, even like I said, I tell my own TikTok friends, like, hey, if what I'm saying or what I'm doing is it causes us to separate, you know what I'm saying? I talk to you heavy enough, you talk to me heavy enough. Somehow we can't handle each other, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you're gonna detach from me. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Maybe you are gonna detach from me or something like that. So maybe something you can't handle about me, something I might can't handle about you, we might detach. So it it is what it is. It is what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? If you stick around, we're gonna stick around. We all getting whatever point we get enough information about each other, we learn from each other enough, you know what I'm saying? It's eventually to apply somewhere else. It's eventually to use it. All this stuff. Even if it's a bad experience with me, it's still for you to use it somewhere else. Something to avoid, something to look out for, something to um grow from. Something to grow from. So like I said, people just gotta realize that. They gotta realize that, man. No matter how much, every last literal attachment on our own earth, any encounter, even any non encounters, you know what I'm saying, that it comes and go. It comes and go. That's how it is. It's exactly how it is, man. Hey, who's still in here? Somebody in here? Anybody in here go and hit the chat or hit the box if y'all in here, man. I think I'm done. I'm done talking for the day. I got all my stuff, man. Cool with that. Clyde, you still in here? Clyde, you up in here? You must be just cutting hair or something. Oh, you cutting hair? Okay. When you're done, you can hit the box, man. See if I can send some. Guess I'll take me a little break real quick. Oops, I'm hitting the wrong thing. Take me a little eat break real quick. I got 2 hours on here. Wow. That'd be a horrible way to join. Who came in with white stuff on his face? It's only dressing, man. Calm down. Calm down. Pop these lights up. Man. Oh, man. Oops. See if I get to 3,000 real quick. 3,000 likes real quick. Oh, shoot. What TT been up to, Clyde? I see her page grown, man. That's what I like to see, man. I think she passed me up now. Told her to put some of her stuff on YouTube, man. She gotta get that laptop she be typing on. So I'm gonna try to keep it PG up in here and not talk too much, cause somehow they be doing that community guideline stuff. Every time somebody get booted out and I can't record my I can't put my recording on YouTube. I don't want this getting messed up. I ain't say all this for nothing. I needed that. Appreciate you. Let me see something real quick. Let me mute because I'm over here smacking. Hey, Clyde, man, if you got some people to share this to, go ahead and share it for me, man. I'm almost done eating. I can get to re-preaching again. Preach that good word. Sorry, no. Clyde, man, if you got some people to share this to, go ahead and share. Thanks, your brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. After I get done smacking, I'm about to get back to chatting, you know. Thanks, your brother. Mad. As soon as I look in. Thank you. Thank you. Give me about. I couldn't even finish what I was about to say. Give me about like 2 minutes, and I get it back going. I get it back flowing and get it back going. Or do I gotta put the echo in there, boy? Yeah, that's when I'm really talking after that. 1 minute, y'all. 1 minute. I don't think people gonna come in until about when it's almost time for my bedtime. That's when usually people hours be. Cause my stuff, like especially like my other friends that's in Cali and all that stuff, they like 3 hours behind me. There's a few other people. Yeah, they stuff a little bit farther back, so. Then I am on my backup, my main page. They ain't gonna be on until Wednesday. Still don't know how I got banana on there. I don't get it. Nothing. Just a smooth day I get banana. But I realize I'm gonna have to try to probably start. I'm gonna have to control the room a little bit more to watch how people talk too, because I think that um, when other people get community guidelines, that stuff be messing my life up. So I can't record what I want to record. It be messing my whole live up. But yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out though, cause I'm like, man, I be having some messages and I can't put it on my YouTube and stuff. But that's what I'm trying to watch. What I say today, I'm trying to keep it a smooth day for real. I always try to keep it smooth though. Some stuff get a little controversial and stuff. People getting their feelings, but yeah, make it work, man. I gotta see. That's another thing. What I be saying, if it's meant, it's meant. So, but give me 1 minute. I'm about to finish the people. You know, people come and go live. Yes, I am refreshed. Let's go. Round two. Round two. What? Sorry, man. But let's go. I'm nice and fluffy. I don't even feel like dogging them. I want a pillow right now. Ooh, that's when you do that noise right there. That's when you know. But like I said, man, people come and go. I know it ain't meant to be easy. It ain't that meant to be simple. How I try to put it and stuff. But you know, I'm just putting in a way to let people because some stuff it might be simple to some. I mean, the way I'm putting it, some people's like they might actually take it in as in, you know what, you right, you right. Maybe I'm wrong to other people, but I'm just saying you right. You know what I'm saying? Why am I looking at it like that? Why am I stringing along? You know this what happened or this failed situation I was in. Why am I stringing it along so long? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it might give maybe a wake up call. Maybe, one day they're gonna people realize that like, man, I really was doing this all my life. You know what I'm saying? I was doing this all my life, sitting here whining and crying about this thing that just never changed. That's why I said was talking about before, like people be mad at certain people and all that stuff all their life. They mad about it, the whole situation, while the other person that they mad about living a life, living their best life, crying, laughing, and I mean not crying, laughing, going crazy, probably been married by now, that did their own thing while you sitting there miserable still thinking about them. Like, So I be saying, like, don't spend the rest of your life sitting there mad at your past, man. Because they living their life, they doing their thing. While you sitting there wishing and praying on their downfall, you the only one that's going down while they still moving up. You know what I'm saying? That's like that's that's a waste, man. I don't like saying a waste because I don't know, like when the time is the time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying you don't want to sit there and live the rest of your life thinking about somebody else that you don't need to be thinking about, especially if it ain't doing nothing to help you grow. If it's keeping you back, you gotta let that go. You gotta let it go. If it ain't doing nothing to better your life, you gotta let that situation go. You just gotta think about the next time or how to avoid going through what you went through the last time. Every last thing. You wanna how to avoid it. If you made a mistake, then jumped off the porch and hurt something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta avoid from jumping off the porch again. You know what I'm saying? And hurting yourself again. You know what I'm saying? It's everything that you done did, that you done made a mistake with, the selection, all that, the people that you encounter with, if it didn't work in your life, it's meant for you to learn from and make a better choice the next time. That's all that is. Learn from it, talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Talk to other people about it, how to avoid certain type of traits or certain type of places you don't probably want to go to. You don't go past no dark alleys or something like, which everybody know about. Don't go to these not lit gas stations, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just give people a heads up. That's all it is for you. It's not for you to, your past situations. It's not meant for you to just to keep it in for yourself and use it as a tool to have people show pity for you or nothing like that. It's not meant for that. You know what I'm saying? It's meant for you to tell somebody else, make sure they learn from it and, show them as possibilities that this might happen to you if you go through the same thing. So you tell them, you gotta, even if you gotta reopen your certain trauma or something like that, let them know, like, you know what? You don't want to be there. You don't want to be at these type of places or something like that. You don't want to be walking alone and stuff, something like that. You don't want to be, driving down this certain way or something like that. It's something, like I said, you gotta, your traumas or whatever you went through is meant for you to pass along. Get that information to somebody else. Let them know not to do what you did or something like that. Like I said, even your own stuff is meant for you to learn from your own stuff. You tell your own self that don't do this again. Let's not walk down like this thing. Let's not go to these type of parties again. Let's not drive these type of cars again. This might get stolen like I did before. I can't be driving out here fancy and stuff. This might happen. You know what I'm saying? I can't go at these certain times. This might happen. You know what I'm saying? It's meant for you to not just sit there and just talk about it the rest of your life. It's actually to learn from and make a different adjustment to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that really is. Like I said, everything in our life, it's gonna be even that moment. That moment was there to come and go. It was meant to come and go. All that. Our sicknesses comes and go. Our everything that come and go. I'm not saying it might not be it might be a sickness that might lead to you passing away, but you know what I'm saying? That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come and go. It's either, if it was meant for you to stay that way for the rest of your life, that's how your life's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? If it's meant for it to get over, or it was to get a cure or something from that situation, that's how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way of life. You can't change what's set in your life is. We could do as best as we can or much as we can to try to prevent certain stuff, but if it was anything that was meant to happen, it's going to happen, no matter how we want to look at it or how we want to put it. Because we can't avoid life or what we got in store for our future. That's why it'd be scary if we had a fortune teller. Like, well, nobody who want to know their future though. Like, nobody don't really want to do that, man. Because that gonna be heavy on mind, just going berserk. Like, this is gonna happen. I'd rather just live my life. And you know what I'm saying? Just go day by day, man. Not worry about our future. Don't worry about our future. Worry about what we can control right now. Live our life what we do now. You know what I'm saying? Try to live it to the best as you can that day. You know what I'm saying? Make every day the best way you can do it. Excuse me. But that's the goal, man. We had a bad yesterday, make it better today. You know what I'm saying? That's It's what we can. It sounds simple, but it's the best way to do it. Cause we got to think about it. Shoot, every day is not promised to neither one of us, none of us. You know what I'm saying? So why not try to make the best out of what we got right now? Why not? Because I could, one, we just ended with it just us having the meanings and unforgiving about something or whatever, and somebody who just was mad at, and we didn't get to say bye, then they end up leaving our life, and we just sad for the rest of our life. Like, man, I didn't want it to go like that. All I had to do was tell them I loved them and I forgave them, but you didn't. You let your pride get to you. You didn't want to be forgiven. That's why I say, man, we gotta just let some stuff go sometimes. Put our ego to the side. Let a lot of that stuff go, man. Just say, you know what, I forgive you. I gotta love you from a distance, but at least I told you I love you. You know what I'm saying? At least I told you that. You heard it from me. It's nothing I'm gonna regret. It's nothing I'm gonna regret, you know what I'm saying, whatever happened to either side. Because both of us remember that we told each other we love each other. You know what I'm saying? If it's a brother, sister, a friend, a co-worker, any of them, you know what I'm saying? I got love for you. Even if you don't want to say I love you or something like that, I got love for you. Maybe a girlfriend, I'm in love with you. You know what I'm saying? It's three different versions you can try to say that, but it's still love that's all around that situation. Even caring for somebody, I got care for you. That's still some type of form of love behind it. But it's like even when I realized, like on TikTok, I might have been talking, people connecting with me some type of way. It'd be funny to me. That's why I'd be laughing low key. But it's I don't know, it's funny and it's sad at the same time. But y'all realize I've had a lot of friends and a lot of stuff or whatever. And I think as I talk, I might have talked one day about a subject they didn't want to talk about, or that was like, dang, I didn't know it was that type or something like that. Or they labeled me because my way of thinking, that they thought I thought like them, but I don't think like them. I got I got different ways or whatever. Everybody got different ways. But they look like, what? He talk like that or something like that? That's how he feel about this or something like that? Like, hey, if that's what, you know what I'm saying, if you was only kicking it with me during the good times and the stuff that was feeding your ear and making your ear feel good, and you can't take what don't make your ear feel good, then, yay, shoot, it wasn't meant for you to stick around. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? It's either you gonna like me or not. I'm not looking to, you know what I'm saying, as much as I wish that everybody can like me, all of us wish we could like each other, you know what I'm saying? Or whoever, you know what I'm saying? All of us wish we can be liked by everybody, but it's not gonna happen. I didn't even say that in the Bible. I don't know if people believe in the Bible or not, but I didn't even say that there. Everybody is not gonna like us. It's gonna be people that's gonna live, that's gonna like us, that don't like us, you know what I'm saying? Even our own family, our own friends, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It could be your mom, your own mother. You know what I'm saying? They can grow to not like you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff happens. Because the thing is, like I said, all of us got our own way of thinking. No matter if we're kin, we're family, all that stuff. We got our own way, own brain, own way of thinking, or not. You know what I'm saying? So people gonna grow apart sometimes. And if it's meant to come back around, they will come back around. You will either come back around to them, or they're gonna come back around to you. You know what I'm saying? But don't sit there waste the rest of your life hoping that person come back around, because you could be doing other things with your life besides waiting on that person to come back around. You can do so much more. But like I said, I even realized that like on TikTok, a lot of my friends, that's a few friends, I didn't realize that just unfriend me. I noticed at the last second. It might have been one bad debate I got with them or something like that. Next minute, I'm not friends with them all of a sudden. Like, what the heck? So that's all it took. It took one night that you don't agree with me or something like that. We wasn't agree with each other, and you just unfriend me or something like that, or you block me because you didn't agree with what I was saying that night, or you felt like, you know what I'm saying, you felt like a certain way, or maybe it was or you felt some type of disrespect or something like that, or I don't know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I've been putting myself through tests like that too, that I dang near wanted to unfriend some people. But you know what I'm saying? I've been patient with certain people because I be having faith in a lot of people, because I be seeing myself in certain situations too. And I got faith that a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, you put some time in people, they going to find some type of way of changing. You know what I'm saying? They might not fit the way you want them to be, but you know what I'm saying, they might they might see that you actually a good person. I might actually see they are they is a good person. We just got we got different intentions and stuff, but I might can't understand their intentions at the moment. They might can't understand my intentions at the moment, but you know what I'm saying? It's all about working with each other and try to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? If we give up, we give up. You know what I'm saying? But as long as we went out trying, that's all that really matters. Because people come and go. People come and go in life. I can talk about that. I can talk about this all day, man. People literally come and go in your life, man. They literally do, man. No matter how you look at it. Shoot, I ain't even just people, things come and go. Like jobs and shoot, you could have you a brand new TV. That boy gonna burn out one day. You know what I'm saying? You might have spent thousands of dollars on it. It's gonna burn out one day. So things come and go, people come and go, places come and go. All that stuff comes and go. And at the end of the day, guess what comes and go? Your life. You know what I'm saying? That comes and go. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop acting like everything is long term or everything lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing lasts forever. I think nothing was meant to last forever. Even diamonds one day gonna probably disappear one day. You know what I'm saying? They say that lasts forever. That's gonna probably disappear eventually. Earth might disappear eventually. The sun. So all this stuff gonna come and go. The only thing that lasts forever is energy. Energy itself, which is what everything and everyone is made out of. That's just the only thing that just live in infinity. You know what I'm saying? You can't destroy energy. You can't destroy atoms. You can't, all that stuff. All that stuff it just come and take different forms. That's the only thing that lasts forever. But we all still one. Everything is still one. We still, all of us made out of some type of atoms or whatever energy. You want to say energy. All of that is the same. So if you want to put it that way, that lasts forever. So that might not come and go. You know what I'm saying? That lasts forever. Guess you could say something lasts forever. But is that niche back in the building? Somebody trying to take the wheel, man? No, I keep going. I gotta put these hours in, man. I see it probably left. But yeah. Everything, man. Our hobbies come and go. Our dreams come and go. Hey, man. Our pains come and go. That don't last forever. Pain don't last forever. None of that lasts forever. Nothing in our life lasts forever. Except energy and atoms and energy and all that. That's about it. But I'm just saying, like, stuff that's on Earth, the way stuff is built, that don't last forever, man. Everything got its time. Everything got a time on it. But yeah, it just was funny though. I've been noticing like a few friends. I'm like, dang. I'm like, like, man, when did you unfriend me? I ain't even never noticed that. I be randomly going through my friend list because I follow certain people. I don't try to make my follows too high. I just follow people that I feel might make some impact or might possibly be important to me. You know what I'm saying? That might make some connections with me. That's who I follow back. So I can keep up with them or whatever when I can. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But even that, like people that I don't follow, maybe I'll do the same thing. I might have to unfollow them because I might not like what they talk about. I might feel like they might be dangerous to what I'm doing or something like that. All that stuff. So who knows? All that stuff. It works both ways. You come and go, I come and go, we come and go. You know what I'm saying? That's what she said. But Oh, man, it's just, what's the deal? Quiet by, man. Got to finally hear you that one night, man. See, you be on point with your stuff, man. I was trying to talk to my man Hormiga, you know. I'm trying to let him know that we all on the same page, man. We all look for the same thing. All of us, and I notice one thing is like, all of us want us to be like each other and stuff, which that probably would never happen, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's good to sit and listen to each other and, you know, take what we can out of what we know from each other and all that stuff. Because that's why I sit back sometimes and listen. Some stuff I might be passionate or getting my feelings about. It is what it is. That's just me. Everybody got their stuff that they got certain topics that they feel certain ways about, and all of us got to be aware of that. That's all it is. But all of us, most of us, is on the same journey. We want the best out of all these situations and stuff. Same direction, different highways. Most definitely, yeah, most definitely. You're saying that right. But yeah, I learned more about you though now. And I saw more. I learned a lot about your wife though. I learned a lot about her. I see her journey and stuff. I'm like, man, I actually learned more about her when she made that man's, cause I thought she was always for the women and stuff, like before I knew her and all that stuff. And I seen her made a man's thing. I'm like, okay, she just all around trying to look for work on the mental health stuff and all that stuff. I'm like, that's some good stuff, cause some people can really use that. She can help a lot of people and stuff. Yeah, that's some good stuff. And I realized we all branching off with different stuff. Like my TT Kanashi doing her own thing. Everybody doing their own little thing and stuff, which I like that stuff. We all ain't talking about all the same stuff. You know, my main thing is really, my three things is accountability, solutions on stuff, and, you know, trying to learn. And I ain't just trying to be right all the time. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to, what's that? Talk about accountability, emotional control, and not letting our ego, which is part of that, not letting our ego take over us, because that's one of the biggest problems. All three of them, like the biggest problems or situations that we have a problem with, and why we can't move forward in life. That's the main three things I have came to realize. That's why that's something you're gonna hear me say: ego, emotional control, accountability a lot on my live. As long as I'm on this TikTok, you're gonna forever keep hearing me talk about that, because that's something that a lot of people just not really aware of. You know what I'm saying? They know, and I made a post about that. People know about stuff, but they not fully aware of it. Aware is when you actually take an action, or you're going to try to find some way to actually, you know, correct it right away. They're going to try to find that type of way or whatever. But, um, yeah, that's all it is, man. As long as everybody, if we stick with each other, sure, we just supposed to learn from each other, give each other chances, give each other time. We'll start to learn stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even that, like I said, that's just when I was talking about the people come and go situation. It's like people either gonna stick with you, they gonna stick with you, learn what they can. Eventually, it might have to branch off and do their own thing or something like that. So, emotional control is hard for many, and I get it, but it's one of the most powerful steps. For most definitely, man. And like I said, all this stuff I talk about, I know it's not easy. That's why I mention a lot. It is not easy. I mention this stuff. I mention it now, making it seem like it's just, you know what I'm saying. Some people, it is gonna click to them quick, but some people, I know it's gonna take time, but I just throw it in the air to plant that seed. So when they have that time and they're fully aware of what's been getting in their way, which is gonna be probably one of them three, they can be like, "Oh, that's what the dude. That's what he's talking about." So I see when you get there, that is really that true. The only reason why I'm saying and mention that, because as I start working on self-discipline, which I learned that's like that junk is so powerful and all that stuff. I start being more self-disciplined, a lot of stuff, and not letting a lot of stuff control my life and stuff, because that's what I was always been like that since I was younger. I never liked nothing controlling my life. Like I said, I don't even like asking people for money, because I don't like them having that over my head either. Like, oh, you owe me money and all that stuff. Nah, I just never liked that stuff. I never liked that. So that's why, I don't like tickets. I don't like getting controlled by nothing. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't, none of that. I don't do weed or none of that stuff. Even like, maybe I drink a little wine or something like that, but that don't even have full control. I don't need it. I drink it out of one. Maybe I have a chill night or something like that, but I don't need that either. It's a lot of stuff that I just don't try to wrap myself around. I want to be able to live my life without something holding me down, or a person holding me down, or anything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want no ties to anything. So that's why I started practicing self-discipline and stuff, because even that, when I talk about me being celibate and stuff, like, I realized that's like a super powerful thing, and nobody ain't gonna don't want to talk about that, but it's a super powerful thing once you got that in control. Because this do feel like it's impossible. It do feel like that you can't sit next to your significant other without trying to, bang, bang, bang and something like that. You know what I'm saying? But, I know it's a wonderful thing. Sure, I do know. I do miss it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to act like I don't miss it. But like I said, as I got older, and I'm 32 now, whatever, got older and all that stuff, it's just, I had to make a sacrifice. I had to sacrifice some of my wants to get what I need, and that's one of the things a lot of us have to do. So I had to sacrifice my wants. I can easily probably, I ain't gonna say I'm a man or something like that, but I can probably, if I want to get some buns or something like that, I can keep going to the bar like I used to do and all that stuff. Keep looking at night, waiting, seeing whatever gets sipped up or something like that, try to take something home. I could do that, but the thing is, I came to realize, like, what is that doing for me? That's just a temporary little pleasure or something like that. Not being with that person, 9 times out of 10, that person probably gonna make me. People can act like they not in their feelings after that stuff, but they still be in their feelings or whatever. They ain't gonna remember that piece that they got and all that stuff. They gonna remember that. They can play it like that, but all they do is bring them down and to give them more talk. Like, man, these chicks ain't nothing. I'm gonna keep it. These chicks ain't nothing. They ain't nothing. They just some one nighters and all that. I mean, it's making me worse a person. So why I keep on looking for these one nighters and stuff when I can have somebody in my life? You know what I'm saying? As long as I contain myself and wait and try to wait or whatever, I can try to wait it out to marriage or something like that. Wait until I find something real serious that I can have something even longer lasting. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, once that lens is off, once that, what they call it, the hornball lens, you know what I'm saying? It's like the beer goggles. Once you got that lens off, you get to see that character for who they really is and see if you can really be able to tolerate that type of person. So now that I got that lens off, and like I said, I start working on self-discipline, and I'm trying to work on everything, like everything I can, my emotions, all that stuff. Well, now that I'm doing that, it's making me see people for who they really are. You know what I'm saying? So, absolutely, the right one is better than 100 in the moment. Exactly. So I'll be trying to get my friends learning, and it took me a little bit more to get more and more serious, even though I was never that bad. But now I'm in my 30s, I'm like, man, I need somebody serious in my life. And the thing is, I said that I made this to myself, that I said I don't want a relationship, which is, people don't realize that stuff. I don't want a relationship that's based off sex, because if sex is my backbone to my relationship, that means that one day when it fails or something like that, that means that's like my relationship is on the line from that, because they done fell in love with just the Peter Weeder and not me. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be looking at, I always look to the future, like, dang, so if I end up getting an accident or something like that, they ain't gonna want to be with me because they so used to getting that. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, it's supposed to be an addition. It ain't supposed to be what makes your relationship. It's just supposed to be an addition. It's just something that's added to it. Just like that person is supposed to be an addition. They not supposed to be your life. Once you make something that your life or something like that, that's all you're gonna be dependent upon. That's all that's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather base my whoever I'm looking for off of, like I was telling somebody before, that I love them. So if I love that chick so much or whatever, that I just love everything about them. They please me in so many other ways that I dang near forget I'm supposed to have sex with them. Like, oh dang, you're right. We are supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know it's a wonderful relationship. Oh yeah, we do have to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know you got the one. You know you got the one. That you done forgot about that or something like that, even though that sounds unreal. But I'm just saying, if it's like where you can be with that person without that, you know what I'm saying? You can be with them, that means you really love them. Like I said, it's the difference between loving somebody and lusting somebody. And that's when people don't really realize that lust do make you feel like you in love. When you just looking for that thing and stuff, like, man, I love the way she do with the mouth and all, you know what I'm saying? I love, but once you actually love that person and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? You gonna love them. You gonna love them from who they is, what they about, how they talk, the way they think and all that stuff, the way y'all resolve problems and all that stuff. That's gonna be your biggest pleasure out of it. That's gonna be more pleasing than what's between their legs. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said, me working on myself, I'm gonna find somebody that's if I do. You know what I'm saying? But myself, I put it in my mind that because I'm not settling for less. You know what I'm saying? So if I, you know what I'm saying, if I don't have somebody that match, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's God's plan. You know what I'm saying? He gonna know the right time when I'm gonna choose or not. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing I'm gonna sit there and keep on going crazy on my life. I must have me a wife right now. I got to find this and all that stuff. And going through just getting destruction. That's what the problem with a lot of these people. Why they think, oh, men like this and all women like, because they keep going from one relationship to the next, after the next, after the next, because they don't got time to know themselves. All they know is just a relationship. They don't even know themselves personally. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they can do by themselves. They don't know because all they do is depend on their partner all their life. If they spend most of their time is depending on a partner, they don't know how to depend on themselves. And that's what be stressing their life out. They stress themselves like, man, I can't find no, you know what I'm saying? But all you've been doing is searching on your life is just looking for another person to make your life. So you don't know what life is. That's sad to say, but they don't know what life is. They don't know. Because all they know is somebody else's life and how to adapt to somebody else's life rather than adapting their own life. You know what I'm saying? People gotta take the time, and patience is a thing. Patience is what's hurting a lot of us. That's another thing. We're not patient enough. We are not patient. That's why we rush into stuff. We gotta get that quick little feel good type of whatever. I'm trying to see. I can't say that. I don't know if I can say that word, but that but that feel good stuff. We try to do the quick fix on everything. We do the quick fix on everything instead of being patient. Just like people want to, let's take a pill if I can lose weight fast or something like that. They want to do this quick stuff. Don't even know how it's harming their body or not. They want to do something quick because they don't want to eat right or exercise and all that stuff. It's way more appreciative if you patient, put in that work, keep grinding, be in that gym, do what you got to do. Grind to where you going to get to where you got to get to. You know what I'm saying? It's a more appreciative way and healthy way of doing it instead of trying to find a quick route to everything. The quick route usually comes with problems every time. It has never failed. It has never failed. Until you learn the lesson, it's going to keep coming back around. Most definitely. And that's exactly what's going to happen, though. Because they'll never know until they look within themselves and their selections. Nothing wrong with nothing worth having will come easy. Most definitely. You're right about that, Ariel. You're most definitely right. It will usually don't never come easy. Even people that's rich right now and all that stuff, they're going through problems. You know what I'm saying? And we be thinking people because they're rich, they're not going through problems. They going through problems just like us. It's people that's not rich that's having the time of their life. I mean, really, it sounds unreal, maybe, because how our lives are dependent on type of stuff, different situations. There's people out here that's really growing their own crops, hugging trees and all this stuff, and living their best life. Just like I be talking about the hippies and all that stuff. Like I said, we had our times we was laughing at them. People had them laughing. They make jokes out of them on TV and stuff. But they preached on the thing that everybody needs, peace, love, and happiness. Everybody needs that. They've been living that life. So while we laughing at them, they laughing at us like, look at these stressful people, man. They don't know what peace is. They don't know what that is. All they know is that quick fix, let me feel good, let me feel happy. Their happiness, they don't realize that happiness is what's trumping their peace. And not realizing that peace is the center of everything we need in our life. Peace is really the center. If you having more happiness, like I was mentioning on my other live before, if your happiness is outruling your peace, it won't last for long. You know what I'm saying? If your love is outruling your happiness or your peace, it's not gonna last for. All right, quiet. Thanks for coming by, man. Good look. But the thing is, if peace not centering all your intentions, then it won't get far in life. You won't get far. You won't get far, man. It will be called a temporary thing, man. They don't know who their true friends are to start with the rich, right? Exactly. And that's a crazy thing. That you right about that. You are right about that. And that's what show right there. The true friends be the ones that stick with you through the down times. They done seen you come up with the grind and all that stuff. They don't work with you. They done all that stuff. Them are the true friends. And that is the sad part about that, because a rich person don't know when they getting played or something like that. They don't know that. People got good talk game. People got good talk game. Like, what you talking about, man? I don't care about that million you gave me. You're my best friend. You know what I'm saying? They talking like that and all that. Like, you don't know. You don't know what people thinking in their brain. We don't have that power to read people's minds. If only we do. Wishful thinking. You know what I'm saying? But that'd be a crazy world. You know what I'm saying? But everybody going through problems. You ain't gotta be rich or rich. You ain't gotta be poor for that. You know, nothing. All that stuff. Like I say, that's why I tell people to try to be more appreciative of what they got, because it can always be worse. It can always be worse. Be appreciative. If you can't be appreciative of anything, just be appreciative that you're living right now. You know what I'm saying? Just be appreciative of that at least. You know what I'm saying? Life might not go the way we want it to, but just appreciate living. Just appreciate that. But yeah, like I said, I've been witnessing that, man. Even the elites got problems. Too many people waking up to yep. Yes, they do, man. Yes, they do. They all do. And we mess up because a lot of people mess up at it. They always comparing their life to somebody else. That's what make them more depressed and make them more upset in life, because you compare yourself to what you don't need to be comparing yourself to. If you're not comparing to yourself to somebody to better yourself, and you're using it for like an envious type situation, you're gonna have a hectic type world. Because even when you thinking you at the top, it still always usually be somebody above you. So if you want to live your life in competition and looking at the next person that's above you, you go have a hectic type life, because you are not the best. None of us is the best. So I be saying, man, even that, like, even when you tell people that you know what I'm saying, I don't want to trigger people, but people be calling themselves the kings and queens and all this stuff. Like, I feel like the only reason why they saying it's like a personal ego booster or ego booster or something like that, because at the end of the day, we are all humans. Ain't nothing special about none of us. We just trying to live life. Ain't nothing special about none of us. Only thing we could say, okay, if we want to say special, all of us is special that we got a chance to live. That's what's special about all of us. All of us got that same special. You know what I'm saying? All of us was born. All of us exist. That's what's special. That's what we can say. But otherwise, if we talking about special as in we feel like we above something, or we need something to boost our egos and call us ourselves gods and all this stuff and goddesses and all that to make ourselves feel better, you know what I'm saying? We still got to come back to reality. We're still human. We're still human no matter how we want to look at that. We are still human. And we still got to live life. We still got to keep it moving. Like I said, you can call yourself that to push yourself and help motivate yourself, but don't call yourself that just to still sit there and not doing nothing to better yourself. Like I said, you can boost your ego all you want, but are you still stressing out and stuff? You still doing all this other stuff like a regular human? Like, what the heck? I thought you were supposed to use that status to be above of what you already said you are. You can't be calling yourself a king and queen. You still stressing yourself out and going through all these and still getting triggered by people and all that stuff. What type of stuff is that? What? I thought you was a god, a goddess, or a god. You know what I'm saying? I thought you was all that. What is you still getting triggered by human? You know what I'm saying? What the heck? How can somebody hurt you? They're beneath you. You know what I'm saying? If you got that beneath type mindset, you already just boost yourself up and called yourself that. So how is anybody else affecting your life? I don't get it. Make it make sense. I don't know. But people be them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against people that say that, but I'm just saying people got to realize what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? They got to realize what they're saying. And if you're going to call yourself that, what are you doing to show that you're that? You know what I'm saying? Are you doing, if you're on that type of status, you should be doing better than a regular human. That's all I'm saying. If you're on that type of status, you most definitely should be doing better than a human. If you can call yourself a god, a king, a queen, and all that stuff, you should be doing better than a human. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, I don't feel like I'm better than anybody. Or I don't look at, you know what I'm saying? I'm better than any situation. I call myself a human. I am a human. I'm like all of us. I don't have powers. I don't have the best brain in the world. That's what she said. I don't have, I don't think she would say that though. She'd probably boost herself up. But I'm regular. I'm a regular guy living in this living this world, man. Just like all of us that I see. We just living in different environments. We living in different areas. Living in different people around us. All that stuff is probably the same thing, but we just living it, man. We trying to make the best out of it. That's all we can do, man. I think I made a post early this morning that we might can't control life, but we could control the way we live it though. That's the only thing we can do. That's what we gotta work towards is stop crying about stuff we can't control and start working on the stuff we can control. Cause crying never get us nowhere, really. You know what I'm saying? It really usually don't get us nowhere. It don't do nothing for us. We have our own little universe. Create your own heaven right here on earth. Yeah. That's all we could try. That's all we could do, you know what I'm saying? As long as we do that. Like I said, when we do that stuff, when we do that, yes. Do that into bettering your own life, you know what I'm saying? And always use that, even if it's that way of thinking, always use that to where if stuff go wrong, remember that you have your own universe. You have your own, heaven on, you know what I'm saying? Remember that. Use that to tame yourself when stuff goes south. You know what I'm saying? Use that. But don't just mention it and just don't have nothing applied to it, just saying it, you know what I'm saying? Just saying that, but you're not living up to it. So if we go use that, use that to boost our confidence. I don't even want to say ego, just boost our confidence and push through whatever goes on in our life. You know what I'm saying? That at the end of the day, I have uh my own heaven, my own earth. I created my own, you know what I'm saying? We did that, you know what I'm saying? So you use that to help us move forward and grow in life. So like I said, all that stuff, whatever we believe ourselves is, use that to better. We not just using it just to talk and feel better than somebody else. No, feel better than yourself. That's what we using it for. We not using it to compare it to who we're on top of or above. We gotta be on top of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing it for. That's be the problem. Like I said, we always use stuff to belittle the next person or look down on the next person. And we'll never get nowhere in life. Keep doing that. Talk down on yourself. Talk down on yourself. I need to change this. I need to, you know what I'm saying? I'm no good. I got horrible emotion problems and all that stuff. I'm always crying. I'm a crybaby. Do that. Do that to yourself so you can correct it. You know what I'm saying? And don't do it to yourself to where you throwing pity on yourself and that you just living in a closet. No, use that to motivate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Use that to push yourself through to any situation. Like, you know what? I could do this, Whatever. I messed up today. We're going to correct it. I'm going to make it better than I can't change what happened yesterday. We're going to make it now. We're going to change that now. Shoot, maybe I mess up right now. I can change that the next second. You know what I'm saying? Every second we got a chance to change what we just changed before. What we just did before. So, true. Shoot. If y'all got some more people y'all can share this live to, that'd be very good for me. Very good. So I got about an hour back on here. If you want to hit the box area, you can. Otherwise, I'll continue again preaching some more. Whoever else want to hit the box, y'all can hit the box. Cause I did enough talking. But I could talk some more. But you know what I'm saying? I'm about to try to stick on this. Try to get a nice good week going on. Let me see something real quick.
It's easier when I'm in the box. It's so hard to be
Oh
typing.
yeah. Give your fingers a break a little bit. Give it a break.
That's it. So you were talking
How you
about like the
feeling,
kind of
Ariel?
things
You
that we should
feeling
be
good?
talking. Oh yeah. Well,
What is
great. I just wish I had somebody to do invoices for me. But the thing is, I don't trust anybody to do my invoices. So then I end up, So. But that's it. That's
What's
just what I
that? What's that?
invoices.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you make a sale and you got to type up the invoice and say this is how much it is per person, break down the taxes, this is
Oh.
how I paid it, this is what the terms and conditions are. Da, 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 da. Yeah, all the boring stuff. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That part.
Gotta grind, man. Not that quick route. Remember I was talking about that. Not that quick route. We want it. We want that quick route. Like, nah, but
I
hey,
like the
it's
sales.
gonna
I
be
like
worth
the
it at the end of
sales.
the day. You gonna make it to that though. Once you get the, sometimes you gotta do stuff yourself to get there. So hey,
No,
you
that's
got
it.
it.
No, that's it. That was you were saying about things that we should be saying to ourselves, right? Like you were saying something about crybaby, and that took me back to like nursery, like not nursery songs, but these were songs that were sung in the Bahamas when we were growing up. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, it was like ha ha hey hey, I don't like you anyway, you nothing but a crybaby.
I never heard that one. You got me on that one. I never heard
These
that
are
one.
songs we grew up with. I mean, like we had tough skin.
You're nothing but a crybaby.
Crybaby. Ha ha hey hey. Like half
That's
the
some new stuff.
music now back then just wouldn't cut the political correct chord.
Oh wow, yeah, you right about that. Not today. Not today. That already sound like that guy banana already.
Well, no, actually, the artist that wrote that song actually decided to go into priesthood. And
Yeah.
because of his music, he had to make a choice. It was like either he couldn't do both. If he decided to
Mm-hmm.
go into the priesthood, he would have to give up his music. But he's in the priesthood.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Ha, ha. I might have had dreams about that song. Wow, I ain't never heard that one. You got me with that one.
Shotgun Wedding? You never heard like Shotgun Wedding? Oh my
Nah, I haven't heard
god.
that one. Nah, you got me with that. Hey, 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 hey. Nothing but a cry, baby. They need that to play that, blast that on the radio for a couple of days right now. Well, people, a lot of people can use that song. Man,
Eddie Minnis.
had
Look
people.
him up. EDDIEMINNIS. He's got some really good ones. I mean, like growing up, the buffet was my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he was. I'm still trying to remember the one about the shotgun wedding. Um, Now you got the ha ha hey hey in my head over and over and over again. But basically, you old enough to do this to Manelli? You old enough to marry she? My son, don't try to run, 'cause I ain't gonna miss with this. Pow pow. Shotgun.
Oh wow.
Like
Oh,
this is
you
the
teaching
kind
me
of
some
stuff.
stuff today. I might have started looking that up on YouTube right now. That's gonna be my first song when I entered. When I get on live, had that boy in the background. What's the deal? King is in the building. Nah, you know that big king in the building. Ain't no big cat. That big king in the building, man. What's the deal, man? Oh, you a little too late, man. I don't preach my word already. It's over now. I gotta take a break now. 2 hours strong now. I gotta,
Seriously? You've been on? No, you haven't been on 2 hours.
Yeah, I was on 2 hours so far. I've been on since it's about to be 8 o'clock now. I've been on since 6.
Wow. TikTok's doing us
Yep.
wrong. I'm telling you. They've changed the format. Like when I go to look at the lives, all the lives that I would
Mm-hmm.
never even look at are at the front now, and anything that I want, I gotta have to dig for.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not sending out notifications. I'm pretty sure I have you guys.
Wow. You got the bill on us, right?
Yeah, Clyde's in
Huh?
there. Old Soul sent the invite out.
Oh.
Yeah, he shared it out. Hey, no
Mm-hmm.
wasted time. Oh, no wasted time.
No waste of time is in the
She
building.
is in
Yeah,
the
I don't know if
house.
many people got my backup page for real. But got me a couple more days and I'll be back on my regular page. Got me a couple days. I just gotta, hey, I can't let my grind stop because people hold my page. I'm gonna actually make another page too. What's the deal, No Ways? How you feeling? I'm about to make a third one. My third page gonna be learn Kev. This one is laugh Kev back up. That won't be learn Kev back up. So I'm put all my learning, all my motivational videos on there and stuff, or whatever I got on there. Cause I got be having both of them. People don't find me funny, so I can just put them some motivation. If they want to get motivated, then I don't even care no more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I ain't meant for that. I ain't meant for them. So what happened to King? I thought I let him up.
I don't know. Maybe he didn't
What the heck?
accept.
It say he in the box, but he not. I don't see his box. Hold up. This thing
Try
tripping.
again. Now, if I'm not
What
mistaken,
the?
no
It just
wasted
started him late. What the?
ink here.
He just popped in late as soon as I said something. It was like a
Payal.
magician.
I think no
What up,
What's
wasted
the
dude?
ink
deal,
could be
man?
in
Man, I'm
Ecuador
over here
right
playing
now.
around in this office, dude.
Uh, got the headset now. You got some new stuff on, man.
Oh man, I'm trying to upgrade. I'm trying to get like y'all. Y'all getting microphones. I get to get me a microphone too. I
Ah,
need to be heard
come on,
clearly
man.
and
This
properly.
little $23 thing I got from Amazon.
Bro,
That
who
is
you talking
not.
about? I didn't go spend. I'm not midnight poet. I ain't gonna spend no hundreds of dollars on the
I'm not doing
microphone.
that either. I don't know how good I would be. I'm good on
Oh,
that. Most
dude.
I'm about to spend is maybe some more background type stuff, but I just bought
Yeah,
this little
dude.
special little sweet light. That's for now. Oh, speaking of the devil, what's the deal?
Yeah.
Midnight, big money, midnight. They be at the
See
big
that?
old.
Midnight
That was
told me,
for.
Midnight say, look, dude, I got all this stuff. You might not be able to afford it yet because it took me a while. So I said, let me get the cheap stuff, bro. Just the basic
Right.
setup.
Let
It's
me get the
all,
bases real quick.
let me just get the basics covered. Just so I can hear
Man.
y'all up in my
Oh,
ears.
that's what I
So I
came
got
in.
me a
Wow,
little
that's
microphone.
what I came into. Come
Talk
on up,
about
midnight.
midnights.
Join the club, man.
Hey, I just got me a little microphone and a little light set up. Just so I can look. Am I looking midnightish?
Right, trying to get
Like,
midnight this day. You gotta just get one of
am
these.
am
That's
I
what I
looking
got on
like
these lights.
midnight
I'm
right
trying to
about
be like
now?
midnight. Right,
Yeah.
right. I thought you was here for a minute. I'm like, I remember letting them in the box already.
Oh man, I love that dude, man. Him and his wife, I'm telling you,
hmm
man.
Yeah, my boy, hey Hormiga that couldn't make it. Well, you ain't make it that night, but I'm talking about Hormiga. He them getting bananas off the dang on. He ain't say much, but
Again?
I guess they just couldn't take his tone and stuff. TikTok probably couldn't take his tone. They ended up booting him out the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, we try to see if he back. I talked to him on the phone earlier today though.
Okay.
Try to keep up
Boy,
with him.
I don't even
Whatever.
remember half of Friday night.
Of course, of course you didn't. you let Hormiga be a bad influence to you.
I don't do that
That shit
often,
was
ladies
too
and
funny, but
gentlemen.
hey, that was smooth though, man. And that actually made me feel good though a little bit. I'm like, hey, everybody chilled in my life. At least I know I got some people that we can kick it with. And I felt Hormiga what he's talking about, man. That was like, at least we ain't gotta be robots all the time, and you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
dude.
Gotta take a time to show our human side sometimes. Sure, we ain't none of
Bro,
us. You know what I'm saying?
one thing I'm gonna be is gonna be real. When I handle my business, I
Exactly.
handle my business. But when I relax, bro, like they say, I live by the motto: work hard, play hard.
Oh
And I was
yeah,
like, you know
for
what? I was
sure,
at home
man.
chilling. I was like, you know what? Bow. Let me just have
And that's
fun.
good, man. I needed to see that, man, for real, man.
Oh
'Cause I
yeah,
already know, like
man.
I said, I was saying you were super hard working, man. That was good to actually just, see that you relaxed and chilled and all that stuff, and
Oh yeah, dude.
show
You know,
that you a human. You ain't just
I'm
always
like
wearing
that.
that suit
Look,
all the time. Like, yeah, I got to make sure.
no. I learned, man, one of the most valuable lessons I learned in life. I've always been a pretty strong-willed guy, and a good friend of mine, when I had the toughest time in my life, Cliff, he said, you one of the strongest people I know all around. I said, but man, don't be Superman all the time. And I learned that. I'm like that with my son, man. I let my son see me vulnerable. I say, son, I'm a pretty tough guy, but I'm vulnerable just like the next person. I allow him to see that. Not recklessly and carelessly, but he sees it, and that's where the respect comes from. I didn't ask my son to be his role model, but he'll tell you in a heartbeat. My dad is my role model. Everything he does, I admire that he's real with me above all things. So I pride myself in being like that with people. Say, look, I'm gonna be real. I'm business, but I'm also fun too, and I let go like the next person.
That's good, man. That's for sure, man.
Oh
That's
yeah,
some real
dude.
stuff. That was
And
real
that's how
good
they
though.
learn.
Yeah,
You
man.
don't have
So,
Hmm
you don't bring up fake children. always hiding their emotions. No.
Right.
You can't, man. Right.
Yeah.
I was like, you gotta live,
Got to.
live your reality, man. You know, don't live that illusion. When people live illusions, you know, it puts you in the wrong mindset. I don't like casting. I tell people, what you see is what you get with me in life. You
Yeah.
know, and I love being real, but most importantly, it took me over 40 years of living to determine what the real me was gonna be. And once I stepped foot in that, it was the most comfortable place I was ever in. It's no pretending. And people respected that and appreciated that, man. You know, trying to live the image that people want always puts you in the wrong mindset, and you can only sustain that for so long. So now it's
Right.
like I tell people like I am me. What you get is what you get. You know, I know how to cut boundaries and lines, but of course I'm gonna always have my limits on who I should be because there's parts of me I don't want to go back to. I mean, I used to be real wild. But now it's like, I still got a little wildness in me, but it's contained and
Yeah.
controlled, you know. Boom. It's within
Yep.
certain
And you
environments.
aware of it too. That's another
Oh
thing.
yeah.
You're aware of
Oh
it, and if you got to correct something, you're gonna correct it. You know what I'm saying? That's the big difference. Some people are not aware of what they doing and stuff, and still live that same old life, doing the same thing, not doing
yeah.
anything to grow and all that stuff. So
Man,
that's the big difference.
bro. I know what hurt me and I know what helped me at the end of the day.
Yep. Yep.
You go back to the
Exactly.
things that hurt you and put you in a bad position, then you know what? You didn't learn your lesson.
Right. Exactly. Like, how many
You
times
back
you
for
gonna
the
trip?
refresher course?
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? That's perfect refresher course, right? Oh no, not me. Shit, I
No.
know. I done messed up.
Midnight,
Most of the
what
things
you
I perfect, I
doing,
messed
man?
up
Hop up in the
twice.
box. Or are you busy? I don't know if you're busy.
Bruh.
You got a little human. What's the deal? Jay Love is in the building. What we talking about? I was talking about people coming and going in life. I had a long little 2 hour session just before everybody came in here
Kev was trying to
about
leave,
people that
y'all.
come and go through their life.
Look, J Love. J Love, come on. You got to have a microphone tonight,
And
though.
I gotta say, right, only microphones allowed, you know. You see how
Hey,
I
I learned
always
this from
get.
what? I learned this from Kevin, y'all. Gotta have a little echo
And I
sometimes.
learned this from I learned this from Midnight, the one that's tapping down there. It's a domino effect.
We got to
Nah, I
start
feel
this little
important.
click called microphones only.
Microphone, right? Exactly. Like what the heck? Oh man, that's too funny though. Hey, they
Microphone
about to love that. Hey,
checker.
you got that? You got those on? You be doing that at your not on your TikTok now?
I'm about to, yeah. I got what I had to
Okay,
get. I
yeah,
got the,
that's gonna be super sweet. Cause
yeah,
they already
I got a
like you now.
microphone.
Just imagine.
Yeah, I got a
Just
microphone. I was like,
yeah.
hold on, I got a pair of monitor earphones. I got these Sony earphones that I could hear clear. I was like, okay, this works out perfect. So I got it on my desk. I set it all up, and I got my little. I got tons of freaking lights. This is the one I'm in my office doing a little work right now. So I got a little small light on right now, but I could hear myself clear and everybody clearing these things. So I was like, okay, this is
Oh
the way
yeah.
to go.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's my little thing, man. As I progress on here and stuff, I'm trying to upgrade some stuff, just get the visual going and stuff, because it might get people to stop and actually hear what you're saying. Sometimes, you know, some people
Yeah,
gonna stop off of what you're saying sometimes, but you know, it'll help. It help the process, you know, because some people, everybody attention span is different, and you know what I'm saying, everybody attracted
yeah.
different ways. So you get what I get.
Dude, for me, I'm hearing impaired. Some people don't even realize that I'm hearing impaired, so it works good for me. I'm always big on my sound and whatnot. I'm deaf in the right
Yeah.
ear, and I got tinnitus. So it like if you notice me, I always try to keep like sound under control so I can communicate best. Because the minute sound gets out of
Oh.
control, I'm out. Peace. I can't hear y'all.
Like man.
Oh
Jay, love
yeah.
what you doing, man. Come up in the box. You ain't got to be down there hiding and stuff. Go ahead.
J Love looking for a microphone.
I got like right, right. She's right,
Like these
exactly.
boys talking about the microphone. Let me find the microphone.
Oh, midnight in here. Oh, the king has arrived. The king.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Oh,
I
hell.
just find it real funny that like you sit there talking and mess and laughing about people buying microphones and stuff, but y'all all following in my footsteps. I just want you
That's
to know.
that's the
That's what we
point.
said, man. That's what we said. That's what we talk about. You
He's the
are the
king of the
king.
mics. He's
You must
influenced
have
us.
missed. You missed that part.
He's a real influencer.
I did. I
Quiet
only came
vibes
in.
back
So
in the
whenever I
building.
came into the room, King was like, "I'm not gonna be like Midnight spending hundreds of dollars," and I was like, "Whoa!" Like I come in and just
Yeah,
what I said
just got
was,
done.
I said Midnight
got done
Sober with the Bible says I can't be like Midnight spending hundreds of dollars on this microphone.
That was perfect, right?
I gotta
'Cause
grow
told him,
into
I'm like,
this
I only spent
thing.
$23 on my stuff. He like,
Look,
I'm like, yeah,
hey,
I'm
watch
taking my
this.
time before I do that.
Hey, Cap, look my little headphone and look his.
so like mine are wireless. So
Look at that, he got the boosted even more. Ours still got wires connected. So look at my stuff.
His microphone dropped out the ceiling. Mine is on the desk. You know,
Oh
mine,
my,
my little tiny microphone. Look,
got the good quality and stuff. You can hear the waves going.
I was about to say, like, I've spent plenty of money, but I mean, this was also over the course of 6 or 7 years that I bought this stuff.
Definitely. And you making sure that boy stay alive too. Shoot, get out of there. I'm making sure.
I love what he just said
because
I got so much. I got so much digital equipment around here. When clients come to my office, they're like, "Man, you got this." And what he said is right. It's over the years I've upgraded and accumulated this stuff. I didn't just get it all in one shot. You know, I bought this, then I bought that. You know, I bought this, then I bought that. You know, and I set goals. I said if I see something, I set the goal. Like my next thing is I want a digital projector, a portable one. Then I also want like a projector that has touchscreen ability. I got all these things I want, but it don't happen overnight though. You got to get this stuff piece by piece.
So one of the things that I'm starting to mess with now is VR, and trying to incorporate that into my work setup. And so that's been an interesting ride trying to figure that all out.
Right.
Well, I just figured my mouth is loud enough. I don't need a mic. Y'all can be killing with my big mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world, introducing J Love.
I'm just saying, my mouth is large and loud, and if I talk a little too hard, everybody be like, "Why is you talking so loud?" So if I had a mic, it'd be trouble.
They might like the echo effect on you, J Love.
Right. Let me see. Hold up. Right. The echo effect. Yeah. There you go.
Lord have mercy. Men and their toys.
Yes, we like toys.
$23. Get me somewhere.
Men and their toys.
Keep somebody.
How's everybody doing?
Oh yeah, I'm great. I'm feeling good today, man. I'm about to try to make the best out this week, man. Rest of these days, forget it. The rest of living. Come on, 2023. Let's get it.
Shizzle. Hey, man. Did you talk about this Martin Luther King statue today? Did you see the Embrace statue? Did you not see it? Y'all need to Google it right now. Google the Embrace one day this Brazil.
What's the deal? Empress is in the building. Come on up. If you,
hey, Empress.
You know you walk.
Love is in the
I got what about
Empress
40 minutes with y'all, 46 minutes, man.
I'm counting down the time right now. I got work to do.
Huh?
You got a hot date?
Nah, I just got a hot work tomorrow. That's what I got. But
the game's starting in 1 minute.
I gotta make sure I stay up to keep my stuff at a decent time, because I be going to bed late sometimes. It don't be the same as the weekend and stuff, so I'll be so tired. And that way I got a fresh brain tomorrow, so it'll come with some more stuff. Cause I did me a good little 2 hours of good talk on here before everybody came in here. But I realized everybody got different time frames for me, so I gotta do what I can. Whatever.
Oh no, I heard you. I was in and out.
Oh yeah, I think I seen you a couple times. Yep.
Yeah, I popped in and out.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do this year, man. Cause I'm making this out of I'm putting on YouTube and stuff, and make stuff out of that and make clips out of it. So I'm trying to do stuff different this year.
I figured I'd pop on because by this time next week I'll be back in school, so it'll be me and the books.
Books. Ooh.
Hey, Empress. Yeah. So I'll be back in school full time, working the whole shebang.
My wife is on break right now from school. Once their school starts again.
But don't y'all tell nobody, because then that means I ain't traditional and I'm a modern woman. Don't y'all tell nobody.
Right. They like, I couldn't wait for to hear that.
Exactly.
Now what about it?
Don't tell my secrets now.
All right, y'all. I'm about
No.
to exit. Duty calls. Got to go. The people watching the game,
All
and
right.
I got to shows up.
All
So,
right,
Okay, for
King.
sure.
All right, Ken,
so
you
All
I'll
have
be
a
right.
back
good one,
on.
man.
Oh, cool, dude. I'll be on tomorrow morning, guys. So we'll be back.
All
Peace.
All right,
righty.
for
All right,
sure.
later.
Later. Midnight, where's your mini?
She is screaming in the living room right now, actually.
Your turn, Empress. There's enough room in here. Stop tapping down there. Come on up. You can tap up and come up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see my favorite mod in the building. She has took that title ever since that one night. So she don't
Empress
be
be on
playing.
it.
And she be on it for
The
sure.
mini, as
Uh,
in the little midnight twin. Hobo, I'll see her, but I'm talking about the mini.
Don't be calling me out like that. I was minding my business. I might have wanted to be at the bottom.
Girl, he did me the same way. Don't
my
feel bad.
bad,
He
my
did me
bad.
the same way.
I just was listening.
I ain't seen my
I had
friends in
just
a
came
while, I gotta see y'all, at least hear the
I had just
voice.
came in, so I just was listening. I didn't know if there was a topic or not, so I just was listening.
Oh, there's a
Nah,
mini.
I had I was just
There's
talking
the
about, my
mini.
topic was people coming and going in life.
Oh,
Talked
okay. Well,
about it for
never
like,
mind. She said, forget y'all.
But you have to remember,
Yeah.
he's got a lot of Wi-Fi. Like, it's probably
You said
affecting
what?
us because he's got
There's the
like the
cutie
Bluetooth
mama.
and he's got a lot of the technology there that's got the Wi-Fi, and so she's probably sensitive to that. Could be. I'm just guessing.
Who that?
Wait,
I
who's
actually was
sensitive to
waiting to
what?
see you live. I was actually waiting to see you live, Kev.
Midnight's mini.
Say it again.
I
When
said I was
when he
actually waiting to see you live
Oh
because
yeah, yeah. I took
I
a two
left
day
and I
break.
heard it went. I heard it went left once I left. So I'm like, oh shit. Every time I decide to leave early, some shit always go down.
What
What were
happened?
you
I'm trying to
saying
think what
about
happened.
Midnight's Mini and being alert? What were you saying?
No, well, when he brought her out, it's a she, right?
It's a she,
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
it she? Okay. Um, she was kind of like fussing and didn't want to be near the technology. It could have just been being
Let
like,
me, it wasn't that. So if you can look, you see that my chair is spinning.
yeah, yeah. That's
She
what she
wanted to be in the
wanted.
chair by herself, spinning in a circle. That's what she wanted.
Love her.
She done find her a new toy and she like this. She said, "Get up out my
Yeah,
chair."
exactly. And so like that's why she was mad. Is because I sat down with her
Man,
and
that
she
thing
didn't want me sitting
extends
there.
all the way up there.
Gotcha.
No wonder you
Yeah.
spend so much. That thing go all the way back there. You can put that boy in the
Faster.
kitchen and talk. That's sweet. I gotta put mine to my face and stuff. That's what I get for $23.
Well, so like mine, like so whenever I do like audio recordings, like I usually stand up to try and be like more animated to like actually have emotion come through.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm working, I sit down in the chair.
She wants that chair. The merry-go-round. Enjoy it while you
Right.
can. Yep. Insert quarter.
Right, exactly. Wait, Everett, you said something went down one of them nights? You said when you left? I'm trying to
Oh,
think.
I know I left y'all shooting shots. I heard it went all the way left.
Well, what had happened was,
Oh, you talking about that night when everybody was chilling and live and stuff? I think I
yeah,
Yeah,
remember that.
I
Oh no,
figured
it
everything
was
was
good. It
good.
wasn't nothing that went bad. Everybody was
it
really
was.
chilling. Shoot,
It kind
King
of
fell
went bad at
asleep because.
Ormiga's live though. After Ormiga got bananaed from here.
Oh yeah, he got banana. Then yeah, he had to go because he was. I guess TikTok ain't like his tone and stuff, and I guess he was cussing too much and all that stuff. So they
But
just
I don't
ended
know
up
how he
banana him.
didn't how he got banana when the other never mind. Nope. I'm not
Yep,
gonna do
that's
it.
why I
It's
didn't
the
touch it.
mini.
I didn't touch it, so I'm gonna leave it alone. If you say you was
Yep.
good in it, then it's all that I needed to hear is that you was good.
Yep.
I'm not touching it
Huh?
from a mile away.
That whole one. Nope. Mm-mm.
Dang, my
Mm-mm.
stuff just.
That whole one. Nope. Mm-mm.
Dang, my
Mm-mm.
stuff just refreshed
Matter of
out of
fact,
nowhere.
it's days. It's still going on, Empress.
That's
Did
why I
I
kind of
miss
been
something?
laying
My
low.
stuff just came back.
Drama and that kind of crap. I'm just, I ain't got time for that.
Yep.
My
especially
Matter of
when
life,
fact,
spirits
I
are
think
somebody
a lot
sent
of people don't
somebody
Y'all,
sent me a
realize
y'all
that
video
heard what I
link.
my
said? My
life
stuff had
evolves
froze.
outside of here. We hear
it
you.
froze
We
on your
heard
end. We see you fine.
Oh,
We see you
oh okay.
straight
My
hello,
fine.
stuff
little
had froze.
midnight. It's a little
But I was
midnight.
saying, Uh, yeah, that I said that night ain't go bad. It's just
What's
for
wrong?
me, he ended up getting banana because I guess his tone. I guess he was cussing too much or something like that because he just as he's feeling his drink or whatever. Or he was just whatever. They just didn't like his tone and they ended up banana him. Well, I don't think they, but he still can go live on his stuff. So we ended up going on a 4-way multi host type thing or whatever just to see because they didn't let him be a guest. A guest. He said he fought it,
Yeah,
so he said he should be good.
yeah, no, he
Otherwise,
was
the night
guest
was
banana.
Oh, he was guest.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, it was actually a very good night. I love that night though, because everybody's opened themselves up. We always chilling. Showed even Empress was chilling. All of us was chilling for real. And nobody, nothing was bad. We wasn't talking about nothing for real. We was just chilling that night.
Yeah, I don't need to know no details. Mm-mm.
No,
If I
It
wasn't
wasn't
there, it
nothing.
wasn't for me.
It
Yep.
wasn't. It wasn't nothing bad. It was nothing really happened.
no, but there was
Literally,
No,
like
I
guys
ain't
that were
talking about your
about 20
live.
minutes after.
Kev,
egging
I'm
him
not talking
on.
about your live.
Oh,
In
I didn't know what
Ormiga's
was going on.
live,
I
there
Yeah,
had
was
missed
a
it's
part of
guy.
it
been
because
going.
my
It's
stuff
just
froze.
been going down in these TikTok streets, so I stayed
Are,
away.
are we talking about the thing that I've been seeing on my Facebook my for you page with one of our mutuals and somebody else?
The surviving.
Yes.
Y'all
Okay.
still
Yeah.
talking about that? They still talking about that? Wow.
Oh yeah, it's still going on. It's a whole hot mess, and
Wait a
I
minute. Wait a
refuse to
minute.
be
Wait a
a
minute.
part of it.
Are we inquiring about Cheryl?
That's what I'm talking about. That's
Yeah.
what they talking
Yeah.
about. They
Yeah.
gotta be
Well,
talking about
I
that.
didn't tell.
I
I
look.
didn't try to tell people about this young lady. You don't have to leave it alone.
I ain't
Well,
worried. If she come in here, I ain't got nothing against her. Whatever it is, what it is. I ain't got nothing against neither one of them. I don't know
my
why they keep
thing
trying to
is,
start
I
drama.
don't know.
It's
I
not
don't.
them.
I know.
It's her. It's not them. It's her. I think she don't know
Yeah.
I
how
ain't
to
never had no
move
problem with her.
accordingly. I think she doesn't know how to just be okay with just topics. She's choosing certain topics that cause controversy. Just let it be.
Mm.
People gonna
Well.
learn
Just like I
accordingly
said, I ain't
when
got
they
nothing against
ready to learn.
her.
When they ready to
The
learn, they'll learn.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
guess I figured I just don't feel like it's anything that we talk about on this platform that's serious enough for me to be calling folks out their name, you calling me
Facts.
out my name, then
Facts.
another person get involved and you calling them out their name, and what are we
It's an
doing?
emotion.
Like,
It's emotional. I'm starting to feel like a lot of people on this app is dealing with their emotions. I'm gonna need you to get it together
yeah.
first before you come here. Get it
right?
Yeah.
together first before you come here.
Yeah.
But
If things
honestly,
is gonna get you out of pocket to where you gotta call somebody out their name and just start downgrading each other, then shut the live down because it's not even productive no more.
yeah, I haven't honestly been in a lot of lives. Like I go and watch. I've been watching different lives, but to like get on and have
Not
no,
me.
no,
I
no.
hang out in the comments.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I've been doing lately because I can't because we are arguing with with people that we don't even deal with on a regular basis. B,
Facts.
we all have differences of opinion, but your difference of opinion should not take a person to the point of just anger. Like that boggles my mind. And then who has time to literally sit and dock somebody for any reason? Like I don't care where you live. What do we do? What are we doing? I was
Look,
like,
Yeah. I ain't.
mm-mm. It is
I ain't
not
trying
that
to be
serious
part of
to
none of
me.
that stuff. I seen them send that thing, but I wasn't worried about it. Like I said, she don't do that junk in my room, so I don't care. I mean, it is what it is. As long as she ain't talking no crazy stuff in my room, it is. I mean, it got to a point because like I said, I learned how to start being more forgiving of people. Like it got to a point that I even old girl, if she come in my room or something like that, the stars
to
and
be
she
honest,
come
Kev,
actually
most
just
of
she
the
just
time
became one
she
of my
come in
friends. She
here,
just friended me a while ago. I just friended her back. I was like, whatever. I ain't got nothing against nobody on here. Like I said, my thing is I might can't control you outside this live, but I can control you when you come in my live. You know what I'm saying? So you come in here, maybe I can get you to change your way of thinking or something like that I ain't got nothing against
Rita,
nobody on
be
this app.
quiet, shut
Huh?
that thing down quickly.
I'm trying to
Please
tell
shut
you,
it down quickly. He said, "Don't you
Most of the time,
start
she do
nothing."
appear in your live, Kev. I'm right here. I'm not even finna let her. Kev gonna just be mad because I'm finna snatch you out this box. You not finna come over here with your rhetoric. So when you come in here, be correct. Don't come in here doing that. You want
That's
to
my
be
point. That's my
disrespectful
point.
to someone on your platform, by all means, have at it. That's your platform. But don't bring your
Yeah.
stuff to others.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Agreed.
what I was saying. That's my point though. Like if I ain't see it, it ain't happening around me, then you know what I'm saying. I started to learn, try to be more. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna let it go. If I see it in front of me, then it's a whole nother thing. Maybe I just gotta let them go. Say you gotta take a break or something like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm able to have somebody change the way of thinking or try to better themselves, or we can cooperate with each other. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I can't keep holding stuff against everybody because everybody makes mistakes and everybody got their own traumas, got their way of handling their traumas and stuff. Because like I said, all of us is human. I literally was just talking about this earlier and stuff. All of us literally human and stuff. So sure, we can't expect people to be perfect like how if we think we perfect. You know what I'm saying? We can't expect people to work the way we want them to work and all that stuff. So, I mean, like I said, I just try to, it is what it
Well,
is.
guys,
Sometimes people gonna come, they gonna go and stuff. So,
I'm gonna drop on out, y'all. I just came to say, hey, everybody have a good night. I'm chilling tonight.
oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm just
For
in the
sure.
comments scoping. So y'all have a good night.
And you, J
For sure.
Lo.
All right.
Night.
Well, get on out of here then. Since you don't want to be with us, get on out of here then.
Hey, I got 30 minutes. I got 30 minutes. Who else trying to get up in the box? We got a free box now. Is that Reese that want to come up in here? I think Reese want to come in here. I think I heard her say she want to come in here through them.
I don't think
Well,
Reese has
I
got
thought
enough
Reese got shut down. I thought she was told to stop.
to behave herself.
oh, she got,
20,
oh.
228
Don't
followers
tell
she got.
me, quiet, you done whooped her or something, gave her a whooping or something. No. Didn't I tell you to stop staying up all night? Well, build it. It's like, nah. It's like, next minute, you see her back with the lion filter on again.
No, but she should be getting ready to go live shortly. So she may be getting her stuff together
Oh,
for that.
I see. She just, yeah,
Oh, this okay.
my
I just
live
figured out
there.
who it was. Oh my god. All the small
Yep.
accounts is getting confusing and now people are making like multiple backup accounts and it's like, did you
Yeah.
start another account? Oh, okay,
Well,
I'll
I
follow
mean,
it.
in this day and age of TikTok, you need to have two or three backups
I
just
You need
because.
see. I
7.
see.
One for every day of the week.
You really do because it's just small little words that you already snatched
Man.
for.
Hmm.
Exactly.
It's crazy, like just how quickly it all happens too.
Mm-hmm. Like you don't even have time, like no reaction, no nothing, and then everyone's just
In
gone.
time.
It's like good night.
I think people just feel they freely able to say certain things. You can control yourself. If you
Yeah.
starting to feel like that conversation is going left, go ahead and leave. Doesn't make you less of a person. It's just that you are basically saying I've reached my tolerance level and I'm gonna go ahead and bow out.
Right.
Yep.
You can't keep coming and apologize for something but still doing the same action because therefore then you really ain't dealing with you.
Yeah.
You
you
know,
you, you
I
can't you
feel that.
can't keep, you can't keep doing that and then expecting people to be okay with it because then it's kind of you showing yourself and it's really kind of up to that person if they want to continue to keep dealing with you. For me, if you show me
Yep.
yourself and I see it multiple times in other places, then you are of such. That's you. You're gonna want to go do some work
Mm-hmm.
within you. You can't blame others for you constantly jumping down somebody's throat and then setting an apology tone. Do it again and then set an apology tone. That's not right. I don't give
Right.
space for that because when you wrong, you know you wrong. Then you go adjust you. Don't blame everybody. It's you now. You're aware it's you, so you go take care of you and come on back.
Yep.
It's not that
Yep.
serious to keep doing the same thing. This is just TikTok. I sincerely hope you have a life outside of this damn app because nothing should really just rank you that high that you calling people out of their name. I'm sorry. Therefore,
Yeah.
now it's you and whoever that person have the problem, and you involving everyone else.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, you probably got to take a break or something.
So when I'm modding, please, by all means, anybody in here, please take a note. Wherever I'm modding at, I'm not finna play games with you. Respect that host, respect those guests in that box, and we're gonna do just fine. Peekaboo.
Preach. Boy, I see why Reese going crazy with the preachers down there. Preach. Preach it, Empress. Preach it.
All right, guys. I'm a drop outside where I can hang out with the little one and the fam. So
Oh, yeah,
I
for
will
sure,
catch
man.
y'all
Good looks
on the flip.
coming through. Yep.
Night, midnight.
Yep, we caught you. You came back. We seen you come back. So.
I know it's not letting me disconnect.
TikTok moment.
Mm-hmm. They like, no, you not going nowhere. We
But
your family. We your new family.
baby.
It's like that.
But it was something that I was saying in another live too. We were talking about TikTok and like the positives and negatives of it. And I mean, like, yeah, one of the negatives is that they monitor what we're saying, so we've got to be careful about what we're saying. But at the same
Yep.
time, we can see the positive in that because that's what we want to do. We want to slow ourselves down where we're thinking
Yep.
about what it is we're saying. So
Yeah, most definitely. Start word. It do put us in check. It hold us accountable. What they say. What's the deal?
exactly.
Mimi in the building. What's the deal, Mimi? Is that Miss Deb too? What's up, Miss Deb? Come on here, man. I know I ain't been on a couple days. You know, my real account gonna be on a couple days though. But hey, y'all got about
28
less than
more
30
minutes.
minutes, 28 minutes with me. So I gotta get some stuff going. I gotta get some rest. I gotta work out, get some rest. Got a few stuff I gotta do. Mimi
Set
is
those boundaries.
she.
Be disciplined.
Checking you out in a little bit, Kev. I gotta get my little kiddos together because I'll be modding tonight. So
All right, for sure.
a little bit. I just want to make sure it was okay. And, I always got to come through and show my love real quick.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. You know I appreciate it.
Safe.
Is
Please,
that
Love you,
niche in the
Empress. Have a
building?
good night.
please make sure tomorrow is better than today. And y'all have a
Oh,
good night.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Okay.
same to you.
All right, Reese, I catch you though too. Y'all, hey, y'all, go ahead, take care of it tonight, man. Don't let TikTok get to y'all. Nah, y'all promised me that. What's the word? Nothing much, niche, man. I got all my words out earlier, man. I'm just in here vibing now, talking to everybody before I get off. Start it up again tomorrow. Try to
I
figure
ain't
me
been
another topic. How you feeling, Mimi?
all right. I don't know if I was on your live or somebody else's. My nephew passed away. His funeral was
Oh,
Thursday. So check
wow.
this out. I go out to get in my car, right? Get ready to go to the
Mhm.
funeral. And somebody tried to steal my car. I got a Hyundai. They tore up my entire car.
Oh
Crazy.
my.
So I had to end up catching the lift to the funeral and getting my sister to drop me off at the rental car spot. So I calls the dealer. They like it could be months before they fix my car. So
Mm,
I went through that whole thing. It's a mess because I'm in Cleveland. It's like an epidemic here of them stealing cars from that challenge. The steal car challenge. It's been over 700 to 800 between Kias and Hyundai's in our area alone, Northeast Ohio, that's been stolen. So they can't even keep up with the demand of fixing them. The dealer told me, he said, I don't even have anywhere for you to put your car if you got it towed up here because we're waiting on parts. I was like, wow. So, I know some people that know some people. So hopefully by Friday I'll have my car back. But luckily they didn't steal it.
mm.
The guy that's fixing my car, mine is a 2016, and he was fixing a 2018, and he fixed the ignition, but when he was able to start it, the engine was knocking because they just dogged it so bad. So they actually didn't succeed in stealing mines, but they tore up the column and the windshield wiper switch. Well, it's just crazy.
That's crazy. All that hitting at one time, that just be crazy.
Mm.
Man. Good thing. Hey, good thing.
Well, the lady was like,
You.
pick me up for the lift. She was like, "You so calm." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Cause trust me, I know it could be worse." That was before I found out the extent of the damage, but still, I don't have to worry about replacing the whole car. It ain't dogged out, you know what I'm saying, or damaged. A window is nothing in comparison to, what could have been going on.
Yeah.
Nobody, they don't care about your stuff. These young folks over here. Cleveland is just bad. I swear I want to leave.
Say Cleveland. You ain't that far from me. I'm in Detroit, right above you.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I was
That
thinking
is crazy
like,
though.
so I had to go. After I called around, I went to see some old raggedy piece of car that I could possibly buy. It was just terrible. So I'm glad everything working out. My mechanic that I don't know why I ain't call him in the first place. I just wasn't thinking. Sometimes when stuff happen, it be so much going on. But I called him on Saturday, and he was like, "I got you." As he said, "Give me, money to holiday. I'm gonna do what I can." So he's got the steering column coming in on Thursday. He said, "Worst case scenario, we got to play a locksmith to fix it, and program the new key." I said, "Okay, that'll work for me. I'll take that."
Hmm.
I just have to have a new key to a different key for my doors and my because I don't have a push button. I got the key start.
The oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I know they got the new cars be having a push and just
Mm.
right.
Nisha, I'm telling you, it was. I was so happy when he told me that today, and he was able to come over here and get it. He knew. He said they was right there. They obviously didn't know what they were doing because he was able to start it and drive it and take it to his shop. Hmm. But he worked for the city full time, but he has his own shop too. So I ain't worried that he got me. Sometimes it's good to be when you single. I know a lot of people for everything. You keep them in your pocket because you never know when you gonna need somebody. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but I sent him a lot of business. So we've been knowing each other for years. So I know he'll take care of me.
And that's what we need to see more of.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Few good folks out here.
Yeah.
That's what he said. I got you. I know for sure everything by tomorrow. Yeah, he came right on over here and picked my car up. He was like, "You can drive it if you want to." I said, "Well," he said, "I can show you how to start it." I said, "No." I
You
said,
just
"But I am going to pick me up tomorrow. I'm off." I said, "I am going to pick me up a club for sure." I said, you just keep it." Sheesh. Like that's okay. I don't want to know how to start it. I'll
As
just
long
keep
as
the
it come
middle to
back.
Friday. I'm good. I'm good. Shoot. All right, what we gonna talk about? You got a few more. You got what? 20 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah, 20 minutes. Yeah.
So
I was
how
just
was it?
talking about people coming and going, even incidents, even situations and places, things, all that stuff come and go. Stuff basically what I was talking about. Anything that's even if it's long term in our life or it seemed like it's short or it seemed like it didn't have a life or something like that. Everything have its purpose and
Oh
you
yeah.
know, it plays a part in all of our life. Even the people that we don't think play a part in our life plays a part. I think. that nothing is happens by mistake. It's either for us to learn from, grow from, or adapt with. So it's one of them. You know, it's never just there for us to sit there. And even if we do sit there for a long time, it takes some time for us to be aware of growing from it. You know, that's when it was meant to be. You know, it's always all the stuff we do is for um usually a testimony to the next or for somebody to learn. If we don't learn from us, from somebody else to learn from, but all of us is just it's for us to learn and then it's to pass on to the next. So
Oh
and then
yeah.
another thing I was mentioning is that our life is not just it's just ours. It's meant for it's meant for the future. It's meant for the next person, all that. And once we realize that, you know what I'm saying, we have a better life. We don't have to be having so much expectation on our own life because it ain't just for us.
Right.
So, like it's for our kids, it's for our kids, it's for even if we don't have kids, it's for people around us, people for other people to learn from us. I was actually talking about we be talking about we be like, oh, that person that was a lesson to us, and you know what I'm saying, there's either a lesson or a blessing. I believe that all of us are blessings and lessons together because the same person could say the same thing about you. You know what I'm saying? Yo, she was just a lesson, or something, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. Or he was, so
Let me
all of us play a part in life. So.
like the mechanic dude that I've been knowing him since 2007. When I met him, he worked at a factory, but he knew cars. He was looking for
Hmm.
I used to sell cars, and he was looking for a plow truck, a specific plow truck, and I tried to work him on different ones, and we just became cool after that. And his daughter, she damn near grown now. You know what I mean? It's just I've been knowing him for a long time, and he always looked out for me. You know what I'm saying? And I remember one
Hmm.
time because I was trying to get into buying cars and fixing them. So me and him talked about it, and we did some little transactions together or whatever, whatnot. And like he got, I don't know, some kind of way, a little bit of money got messed up, and I wasn't tripping about it, but like for like months, if I had issues or years, I had issues with my car, he would never charge me.
Hmm.
So fast forward when he got his shop and everything, I was there from the beginning. I seen him, and he got everything in there. Lifts now, he doing you know uh insurance work, so I know he doing big things. You know what I'm saying? And watching him grow, I always admired his
Drive.
drive. Yeah, that was always sexy. When he get to talking cars, I'll say something like, I like when you talk dirty to me. He was
That's
like,
but that's the key to manifestation. Like
yeah,
he had a dream and he
yeah,
put action to that dream and he
and I love that.
created his heaven on earth.
Hmm. So that's what I always liked about him, his drive. I mean, whatever he wanted, he just always pursued it. Um,
Yep.
but
That's a good thing too.
we just
Something to learn from,
and I know like
motivating.
when he was having trouble with his daughter, he would call me and be asking me different questions. So I know he trusts me. You know what I'm saying? We just good friends. It ain't necessarily no sexual stuff. We talk shit to each other every once in a while, but we ain't busting no grapes. you know,
You said that car go vroom vroom, don't it? It's like, nah.
like what
Can I check what's under your hood?
drive truck stupid, but when I went to truck driving training, he gonna start talking all dirty. I said, now if I was at home, you would be talking like this. He like, no. I said, I know.
You
so
said you want me to work the interior. No. Wink, wink.
but it's always to have. It pays to be good.
Oh man, she beat me. Oh, that was so quick. I just looked at the screen. Oh my.
What happened?
You got me, TT, today. I got you yesterday, though. I got you today. I mean,
Go to
yesterday.
bed.
You got me, though.
We got him for
What's up,
16 more
TT?
minutes. We're watching the clock.
I got 15 minutes. Yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah.
go to bed. Hey, Shauna.
We be trying to get each other, man. Try to sneak each other. I snuck up with my backup yesterday. I snuck in there like, let me get in the middle of talking. I'm like, go to bed. Yeah, we be having this go to bed war. Oh man. Yeah, she got me today. I don't know. She did it perfect too. I literally looked away laughing and came back. It was a whole go to bed in front of me. Like, oh, wow. That was scary too. I almost jumped a little bit. Like, whoa. She got me though. That was a good one. She must have slept on that all night and went to bed. Like, I'm getting nephew back. I'm getting him back. Watch this. I ain't like that. Oh my. But yeah, man. As soon as I came in, I was ready on too tight. You probably had it already set it and copied and pasted it and sent it. She said,
And
I'm
I
getting this
pictured
little
that
guy,
as
man.
you
I'm
were
getting that
talking
little.
notepad to.
Mm-hmm. It was good. It was good, TT. Hey, all right, this side. The war will continue.
See, I
I'm
love
gonna
it when
come
I
in
do the
disguised as
cartoons.
another.
My cheeks hurt from laughing and smiling too much. I love it.
Right, my face do hurt too. I'm trying to. Oh, look. I'm competitive. I see TT. I see. Hey, I'm like that too. That's why I'm your nephew. This war is not over. It is not over. The fatality you gonna see, right? Yeah, I feel you. Mortal Kombat. That's my favorite game too. I played it. I was actually taking a break playing it yesterday and playing Mortal Kombat. I'm about to do that big melody. Make sure. And the melody. They be having all that stuff. I will see you later. I have to finish preparing. Oh yeah, man. You got it, Reese, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead and save some lives. Believe me, I know that's what's happening, you know. You saving some lives, giving some people a different way of looking. She got the sword, the dual swords and stuff.
6 of them.
Yeah,
Careful.
yeah. Yes, yes. I see I am up. I'm up against some serious comp right here with that one.
Friendly
I'm ready
competition.
now.
That's what I like to see.
I got her one time. I popped up in the box. She's like, "What we about to talk about?" That was one of the days that she was appreciating her subscription. She says, "What you got for me?" I said, "Oh yeah, I want to tell you something real serious from the bottom of my heart. I need you to go to bed." That shit was so funny. She was ready too, waiting for me to say something. So I need you to go to bed and stop with this subscription talk. Uh, oh my man, I be having fun. Y'all got me having fun on here, man. I see it's some fun people on this app, you know. Everybody
The
ain't
dog.
always serious all the time, man. That junk be
No.
sickening, man.
Life's too short
I
to
ain't
be
gonna say
serious all
sickening,
the
but it be
time, though.
sad.
But you have to be like,
Huh?
there's a way to be serious, but at the same time have fun doing it. There
Yeah, most
is.
definitely.
You
Yeah,
know?
'cause
It
that's
doesn't have to
exactly
be
why.
at
That's
the
why my
expense of
name that laugh or
somebody.
learn, man. Everybody need both of them. We need
Yep.
both of them, man.
Live,
We
love,
need
laugh, and
that.
learn.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely, man. That'll give us a better way of looking at life, better good energy to come out of us and stuff, energy to come inside us. Better way of looking at life, better good energy to come out of us and stuff, energy to come inside us.
Mm.
Pause.
I
But
just got.
yeah. I don't want me thinking about talking my interior man again and stuff. Let me stop say that again.
You're on a sabbatical. You're on a sabbatical.
You want me to check that alternator?
Oh, you gotta I have fun. Have it work.
Oh man. Oh shoot.
All right, y'all. Well, thank
Well,
you again for having me as always. One of these
oh yeah,
days,
for sure, man. I'll
I'm
be back tomorrow, man. Be on the rest of the week.
It's just been exhausting. It's been enough going on in my world.
I understand, man. And you most definitely a strong one to even, you know what I'm saying, even just talk about it and tell us just your experience and shit. You know,
And
most definitely
smile.
strong about that situation because that's a lot for a human to take. I'm gonna put it that way, but hey, that's good, and you know what I'm saying. Just keep, I don't know, believe in God or not, but keep praying on it, and you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Everything gonna work in your favor. Everything, you know,
Keep
at all.
transmuting it to the positive.
Yep.
You know,
most definitely.
And
you never
I
know.
I had to learn that. Like Kev, we talked before. I've been on this journey, and it's been interesting.
Hmm.
I lost a lot of friends. It is what it is. I keep smiling. I keep going. I keep staying positive. I know I'm blessed by the best.
Yep.
As long as I keep doing the right things and treating people how I want to be treated, hey, I can't lose.
That's it.
Get a bump in the
That's
road.
literally what I'll talk about. People go come and go, and that's crazy how you said that. As long as
I
you
mean,
most definitely you got that right though. You got that right though.
I know it ain't me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't
Well,
us. It's just it's us to learn from. Really, that's the only thing. Out of anything that happens to us, it's us to grow from, learn from, and
but
overcome for
well,
real.
it's bad that sometimes tragedy can either make or break a family.
Yeah.
And what I do have to say about this, I think the death of my nephew kind of brought us closer together. Um, he was my eldest niece's uh son's father. He left behind a 10-year-old. He passed away of cancer, 41 years old,
Mm.
and I think it's brought our family closer together. Which I hate that it had to be that way, but it has, and I think our younger generation understands now how precious life is because sometimes they get caught up in their own lives and they don't it's just things they don't think about.
You don't stop to smell the roses.
Hmm.
You put the horse blinders on and just keep going.
I had to tell my niece after it happened. He died the day after Christmas, and
Mm.
that weekend I spent the entire weekend at her house. and and my sister said, uh Holly didn't know you cared for her that much. What do you mean? She was my first baby. She was my first baby. I said, if she don't know, she know now. Sure. I got her back through whatever. You know, I just, we helped her through, help her through as much as I could. And she ran my sister out, Lord. So I know I'm probably going to have to go over there tomorrow and spend a little time with her, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Because she's taking it really, really hard. So, but she on this app somewhere. She
Just a
posted.
reminder, energy cannot be
I think
fake.
you didn't you send
Doesn't
me
die.
somebody you had sent me to my live. I think you said your daughter or something like that, right?
It,
I never found her name though, but I gotta add her.
I
It's
think.
transmuted.
Hmm. Yeah, but I'm just, trying to be there for her. But some
Yeah.
things, because once it's, basically once the funeral is over, this is when life starts back. And
Yeah.
Like that's the scary part, like when you think about your own time,
yeah,
it's like, that day after, life goes right back on.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a talk with her the other day. She called me out the blue. I said, "You okay, baby?" She said, "Yeah, I was just calling." I said, "I love you too." And I just gave her a little pep talk. I said, "Now the real work started." Because it's getting back to life. I said, Lon wouldn't want you to be sad. He wouldn't want you to be, he wants you to go on with your life. So just one day at a time. I told her 1 minute at a
Yeah.
time. Minutes turn into hours, and hours turn into weeks, and weeks turn into months. I'm not gonna promise you it's not gonna get. It, It'll get easier. I said, but you'll never get it over it. Trust me, I know. Somebody that lost their mother, their father, and my middle sister passed away in June.
Mm.
So, this is something we used to, but it feels a little different when it hits home. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. On that note, you got 5 minutes, kids.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I
I'll
guess,
hang
yeah.
tight. I'll hang tight. It's only 5 more minutes. We'll make sure he goes to bed.
Yeah, I'm not.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
We'll at least get off the app because I can't
yeah.
ensure that you go to bed. At least it says something about working out. So then that sounds like a shower. Yeah, the natural progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, that's something hey, we all needed to hear that, man, for real. Hear this, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
Uh,
it's
Things
probably
are gonna
something to
happen.
open our eyes up to and stuff, so
the 5 minute mark, but at the funeral, it was so many men there, young men, in tears
yeah.
about him. Talked about how good of a guy he was and that, and it was just so good to see. Our black men, they all of them didn't necessarily come from uh, 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 the ideal. I mean, they were all type of men. I mean, street guys, whatever, however. But to see them get together and have nothing but nice things to say about a person, how they impacted their life was awesome. Awesome. Very, very good to see. It was just refreshing to see. It really was.
hmm This is right, and it's crazy that it be happen like that for the family to get together and all that stuff, but that's why I be trying to love the ones I can now before we don't have to be that reason and stuff or whatever. But sometimes it had to happen like that though. And that's why I say that all of our lives is meant. All of us play a role in life in general, anyways. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff, it's sad to say, it has to happen to make a better life for the next. You know what I'm saying? So nobody don't want stuff to go a certain way, but we can't control life, man. As much as we want to, I don't know. But like I say, I always just tell people to just, you know, anything, just be more forgivable. If you got family that you just, whatever, that you gotta, don't hold on against them. Always show you love them, you know what I'm saying? Because one day, you know what I'm saying, we'll never know. None of us is promised the next day. We
The
always
only
want to
thing
show
that we can
love and
control is our reaction.
You're right.
yeah.
Eh,
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Well,
And once you've reacted, you can't take it back.
yeah, that's
yep.
absolutely it.
You just gotta move forward from it and change and do it different.
Sometimes a deep breath in, hold it, let it out slowly, could save you hours of heartache, drama.
hmm
Yeah, you right about that.
Yeah. Right. 100%.
Oh, I know this mouth right here that said some things.
And the worst part is 9 out of 10 times you've heard it the wrong way.
You right about
hmm
that. Somebody took it the wrong way. You right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, wait. That's not how I. No, put the comma in there. It's just something simple like that, even. But I don't
Uh,
know. People just want to. Yeah, I don't understand a lot of what's going on out there with the drama and how, like, why are they so attracted to it?
yeah,
It's like moths to a flame.
I've never been that type. I've always tried to steer clear of that.
Like,
But
and I can feel it. I can feel like, ooh, my energy's changing, and I get out. I leave. Like, it's like, you know what? Nope, nope.
yeah, you're right. And sometimes the people you surround yourself with start to
Effect.
affect how you think and how you do things and how you move down. And I've never.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Yep,
It's about that time, y'all. Let's
it
get it.
is.
Let's
Start
get it.
doing the closings.
I got to make sure. I got to be more. I got to be more disciplined and stuff. Like, all right, I got to do it when I say it. I done. I done. Cause I've been messing up though. But hey, y'all, I'm gonna be on tomorrow. If y'all, you know what I'm saying, if y'all come through, go ahead. You know what I'm saying. I'm trying to think of a new topic tomorrow. Same thing. Try to do at
Well,
least
you know
a
what
couple hours,
happens.
few hours of stuff, and
You come
same
up with the
thing. You
topics.
know.
I didn't even talk about. Oh, people come and go. That's right. People come and go in life. I didn't even think. I forgot there was a topic. Much love. Big hug, big
You want me to
kisses.
do it again tomorrow?
Oh, that,
Most likely. Who
Uh,
knows? We'll see where tomorrow brings me.
Okay, for sure, for sure.
And if TikTok tells me you're on, or someone shares it with me.
Okay. I can't wait to get on my regular page again, man. I
That's probably
can't
what it
wait. But
is. And
all right,
everyone's using the
y'all.
backup. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
probably why they're not popping up. We
yeah.
love TikTok.
what
We
you
love
got,
you
banana?
guys.
What you do?
We do.
Nothing. Banana for, and that was a calm day. I guess I said. I don't even know what I said. All of us really was just chilling for real. That wasn't even my argument days or debating days or nothing. It was just that was the second time, another chill day when I'm just sitting there playing and joking with my peoples and stuff. Next minute, bada boom. You know what I'm saying? Hateful speech. I'm like, what? How did I
Oh,
say that? But yeah, let me
sorry.
watch out before I say something tonight. I'm ruin this whole
Exactly.
live.
Now, or just say
Good,
goodnight. Just say goodnight.
good night.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through, and
Okay.
I
No, thank
appreciate
you.
everything.
Appreciate
Uh,
appreciate you guys. Bye.
all right.